Critical Blast, where pop culture gets blasted.
And good evening, everybody. I am RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at criticalblast.com. And tonight, we haven't done one of these in a while. We're going to do an open mic night where if you have a project, whether it be comic book or a book, or you want to sing some music for us, we're good with that too. Just hit the link. I've already put it in the chat, so it's ready to go. Click on that. Come on in. Show your stuff. It's been an interesting week so far. And we're going to have more stuff coming throughout the week. Tomorrow, we're going to have Ryan A. Wynn on with Hammerella. And then Friday, we will have the cast and crew from Black Pumpkin. Next Saturday, we have Randy Siplon with Kill Reaver. And we got some other things coming up too, but it's a little too early to share those. You'll notice there's a thing on the wall here now that we put up. This is our count up to 4,000 hours. We are at 2250. So if you're a YouTuber, you know that the 4,000 hours is the other magical number that nobody talks about. Everybody talks about the 1,000 subscribers, but nobody talks about the 4,000 hours watched. So that is that's a key important thing. You can get 1,000 subscribers, and if you've only got 30 minutes of people watching, you got a long way to go. And we're over halfway, so I'm feeling confident in that. I'd love to see that go up by the end of the year. I think that'd be a rather ambitious goal, but if it doesn't, we'll just keep chugging away, doing what we do. It's all for you guys anyway to show your stuff. And already we have Draco Knight in the chat. How you doing tonight, Draco?
Hi, I'm Mr. Carter. I'm feeling okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. So what do you got for us here?
I have a web serial I want to present. It is called Star Warden. It's a post on my blog. I do it Mondays and Fridays.
All right, you got a link you can put in the private chat here, and I'll put it over into the conversation.
Yes, I do. I do have a link. It's all the currently updated chapter on it.
All right. I got it here, and I'm going to share that into the chat stream so people can go and find you. So what is Star Warden about? I mean, it's very familiar up until the R, and then it kind of deviates.
Yes, I've gotten that before. Star Warden is the story of Samuel Bailey, the eponymous Star Warden. He's an Earthborn man who goes and is helping lead the cause of rebellion against an evil Dark Lord known as Deimos. He is joined by a love princess known as Kaguya, and the story focuses on all of their adventures in their ultimate goal to overthrow Deimos. It is science fiction. It is pulp. It is very heroic and entertaining. It's a bunch of things really mixed into something that I hope people will find entertaining once they read it.
All right, and is he like the warden of a space prison of some kind, or how does the warden name come in?
Well, no, it's the warden is more of the term of a protector or guardian, as in knightly terms or in medieval-like settings, you have the title of a warden. If you're familiar with Game of Thrones, you have the warden of the North or the warden of the West, and that is it. The star part comes in because he has come from across the stars to be basically the warden of this planet to protect it and its people from tyranny, which is taken over. I
got you. So you're using a really old school name for what most people would think of as a marshal these days.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Star Ward is actually a knight. I mean, he was born on Earth, but on this world he has been knighted, so it's part of him. Granted, he's a knight with a rocket pack, a ray gun, and his armor is powered by fusion cells, but a knight nonetheless. All right,
and you're doing all this for free. This isn't like a book that people can go pick up compiled anywhere or crowdfunded. It's right there on your.
Yeah, it's right there on my blog because I wrote this, but I have no idea if people will read it. I didn't want to spend like a bunch of money on editor and cover art, and then oh great, I put it on Amazon, no one reads it. So part of it is me getting an audience. I do have, if people wish to donate, I've got a coffee on there. People wish to donate to it, but mostly I just wanted to share entertainment because the current entertainment landscape is terrible, and it's like I can either sit here and complain, or I can put my hat in the ring. So I put my hat in the ring.
Yep. If you don't like what's out there, put something else out there. That's the way to do it.
Definitely.
So how often do you update your blog?
I do. Let's see. There. If it's a regular blog post, that can be whenever. But for starting, it's definitely Mondays and Fridays. So you're gonna get chapter 10 tomorrow. So you're gonna get chapter 10 tomorrow, Earl, and then next chapter is gonna be on Friday. It's not gonna be a long read. They were designed as, it was written as a novella, like how old popes were, very short, very to fit in, like to be promoted weekly. So it's not going to be a long read, but it's an entertaining read nonetheless. It's very pot focused, so you're going to speed through it. But the characters are interesting enough because they're actually heroic characters. You don't have to worry about them moping every 5 seconds like today's entertainment.
All right. Well, that sounds excellent. Everybody, we encourage you to pop over to dfwchronicle.blogspot.com. Check out Star Warden because it's the right price. It's free, and if you like what you're seeing there, pop some money into Draco Knight's Ko-fi account and encourage him to continue it on.
Why am I here?
Testify. I don't know why you're here. I don't think you got anything to push or sell, do you? Other than that StarWarsGuy.com, right?
Other than my beautiful and loving and happy personality?
You brighten up every room you walk into.
I do.
Yes, with the radiance of a sun that's so yellow it matches this wristband.
I was told I was the Antichrist just an hour ago.
Well, I don't know about that. The birthmark has caused me to question at times, but I tend to think it's just coincidence that it's more of a 667. So
how do you not have 4,000 view hours yet?
I have no idea. I swear to God, I put in 4,000 hours.
We're hovering within. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. We're at like 217 subs. But it goes up to 222, then it goes back down to 218. Now it's back to 221, and it's all been doing this within a 3-day fluctuation period. But we have, I think, 8,000 some odd hours of view time already.
That's insane. How did you do that?
Well, it's because we do the hour plus streams, and a lot of people do the after watches, and they clip a lot of our stuff and stuff like that.
I mean, I try to go an hour every time. Sometimes, if it's open mic and nobody's here, I'm not going to sit here and rail into the darkness for an hour. But
we do a different thing than you. You're actually doing real interviews with people and stuff. We're just all our show, and that's what everybody always thinks. But what do you guys do to plan? I go, we don't plan our show. We start on Tuesday and Fridays at the time we do, and it's just a continuation of our Discord that we have. That's all we're doing.
Jackassery.
It's just toilet jokes. That's all we're having fun.
Yeah, it's commentary on comic book crowdfunding and the people inside of it, and general jackassery and penis jokes. And I know a guy in St. Louis who's got a radio show that's just that, and he's number one.
I'm like, all it is we're doing the thing that's kind of a lost art. Is just old school morning radio. Technically, that's all it is. It's just fun.
It is without the FCC getting involved.
Yes.
You know what's really fun is I'll check this in the morning, and sometimes it's actually dropped from the day before.
Are you deleting videos?
No, I'm not deleting any video.
Oh, okay, because I found that out. If you privatize a video or you unlist it, it'll take away your view time.
Well, it's 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months. So if there's like 20 hours 12 months ago from today, and I only got 3 hours tonight, I'll lose 17 hours when the clock rolls over.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because how old's your channel now? How long you had? 6 years?
6 years, but. Yeah. to be fair, I locked down the social media name 6 years ago.
Okay.
Uploaded some things and then ignored it. I just wanted to basically make sure somebody didn't squat on it. I've only been live streaming for like the last year and a half.
Okay, because I think a lot of you guys with these channels that have been around for a while, I think you guys get throttled down with the algorithm or whatever. Because we have a couple guys that are, the comic book guys. They have almost 1,000 subs, but their channel's been active for 12 years. And they're known if everybody knows them, but they can't get 2 people to watch their show. Even if we show up there, nobody will show. But with our channel, we just started in June. People show up every time. It pops up for everybody. I don't know if it gets your guys' stuff gets put at the bottom of the being recommended list or what it is.
It could be. I should create another account and subscribe myself just to see if I get notifications.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the notification. I just think it's the way it pushes it to the top of the page.
Yeah.
Like older accounts, they don't get the benefit of somebody doing something with a newer account. And it makes no sense why. It should just be the same for everybody.
I completely agree with that. Draco, do you use YouTube to support your storytelling?
Oh man, I have been thinking about it. I had a YouTube long ago, but I got rid of it because I was doing nothing with it. The only thing is, it's like if I did make a YouTube now, I don't know if it even get noticed.
Not right away, it wouldn't. But you could like get a YouTube, not even put video on it, just read your chapter, and then take your YouTube video and embed it at the bottom of your printed chapter. So then people could like play it as they read along, and that gets you a play while you're also getting a read. I'll do a lot of my videos that way. I'll make sure that if we're interviewing somebody like this Friday, when we interview the director and the cast from Black Pumpkin, I'm going to take that video and I'm going to take it to criticalblast.com. I'm going to embed it right there in the middle of the printed movie review.
So that's a shameless plug.
Hey, this is the place to do it.
Hey, I plugged myself just a few minutes ago.
I'm the guy that never plugs anything from our channel. I just show up.
You didn't even have to tell me to do it. I just put your .com in the chat there.
Yeah.
Blast Beat Brian's got the right idea here. He says, remember, YouTube is run by miserable people who live in the hellhole that is San Francisco. Who knows why they do any of the stuff they do?
I should know.
You're gonna have to here. Because I know you have your feelings about the Westboro boys.
And Westboro Comics Gate? Yeah.
Yeah. On the stream that Nasser did just a little bit ago, Ethan gave us the best promo we could have ever have gotten and said, testify single-handedly tore war campaign to pieces from the inside out. I'm going, oh, he didn't just say that. No. But I'm going, no, technically, in a way, it's kind of true. All they did is they kicked me out, and everybody got pissed because they kicked me out of it.
They never kick out the guy who knows where all the bodies are buried, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The literal buried bodies. I mean,
no, it was. I'm still not allowed to be in CG yet. I gotta convince Mike Miller to come back to CG, and that I could be let back into the gate.
So if you get Mike Miller to come back to CG, then you can be back in. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the joke. I'm not going to try to get Mike Miller into it.
Yeah.
But it gives me a goal.
That is where to go. I don't know much about the Comic Gate fracas details. I just know that like Mike Miller left and Ethan had War Campaign, and War Campaign turned against him. They went rogue or something. Oh. I don't know. It's just been a mess.
It's like, and I've used the analysis before, the analogy before. It didn't take much analysis. But, if DC and Marvel were the Catholic Church, then Captain Cummings and your boy Zach, they were Martin Luther when they hammered up the notice on the floor. And that was Comicsgate. And ever since then, it's been splintering and fracturing into every little Protestant denomination, all the way down to WC, which stands for Westboro Comicsgate.
Oh. Wait, so if continue this analogy, wouldn't that make Ethan the Anglican Church of England, since he was a pro, just like King Henry VIII was Catholic?
Ethan is still a pro. He's just doing everything independently now.
Yeah, technically, Martin Luther was part of the Catholic Church, and he broke away. So
Yeah, but he was small time. King Henry VIII was an actual king, and he basically made his own church, but didn't change anything important. Just said, "I'm the head, not the pope."
The one big difference between Catholics and Lutherans are, right?
no, I don't.
One kneels, one doesn't. That's it. I'm not joking because I'm Catholic technically, but I went to Lutheran school from 6th to 12th grade, and I'm going. That was the best part. We didn't have to get down on our knees and pray.
You didn't have to do the calisthenics.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, the only difference I know about the difference between the Catholic Church and the Anglican Church is explained in the story that I have about when the Pope and the Queen met for Unity Day, and everybody out in the crowds cheering, and the Pope and the Queen are sitting next to each other in among all this din, and the Queen turns to the Pope and says, with one wave of my hand, I can make half that crowd stand up and never forget this day. And the Pope says, "Oh, really? I'd like to see that." We had an Irish Pope at the time. And the Queen just stands up and she goes like this. And sure enough, the crowd just rouses up from the England side, and they're all just raising their hands and cheering and, "Yay, Your Majesty," and all that stuff. And she sits down and the Pope says, "Oh, pretty impressive." He says, "With one gesture from my hand, I can get all the Catholics out there will stand, cheer, tell their grandparents about this day, and tell their grandchildren about this day." And the Queen says, "Really? That would be very impressive. I'd love to see how you do that." And the Pope stood up, smiled, turned around, and slapped the Queen.
That's a good one.
Well,
I like that one.
I did not expect that ending.
I did.
That's why he knows me. He knows I'm going to pull something at the last second all the time.
So what did Gatekeep? What do you do?
What do I do?
No, I was trying to see what Gatekeep do. I mean, what? But actually, what do you, Mr. Carter? What do you do? Critical Blast.
He runs criticalblast.com.
Yep. Criticalblast.com. We, as a .com, review comics and books and movies, and we write news and reviews, and we do interviews with people. And since YouTube came along, I have been loving it because you know what I used to do, Testify?
Write books?
I used to write books, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a totally different thing. I used to interview people on the phone and have a recorder running with a microphone in my ear.
So you were a creep.
Well, yeah, I told them I was recording. Yeah. But yeah, I have this cool little microphone that's an earplug. You put it in here, you plug it in, you can listen through it, and it's recording to the digital recorder. And then I would have to sit down and type for like 2.5 hours to transcribe everything. Now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to introduce the video and embed the video into the interview article.
It's easier that way.
It's so much easier that way.
Well, pretty much, they could translate your voice now pretty easily. You don't have to type it all out. You might have to change a couple with the hearing impaired stuff. Yeah, it's pretty accurate, but some of it can be way off every once in a while.
I was looking like 5 years ago for software. I was like, there's got to be something that can take a WAV file and just listen to it and type it out. And at the time, there was nothing cheap.
No,
there were like services that would do it.
Yeah, there's like Sound Labs. There's a couple. I used to know of Cakewalk. You can do it. There's a couple different ones.
Man,
we're getting our theology straightened up here.
Yep.
It's my day of rest from the church.
I'm giving up religion for Lent next year.
Religion for Lent. See how that goes for you.
Oh, and Don Chin is in the chat. He was with us just last night with the LCS guys. And yes, we will let our viewers know that Don has an Indiegogo mailing list starting up here. If you don't know Don Chin, he is the guy who made the very iconic series, the Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters, and then he launched X-Farce back in the early 90s and made us all sick last night when he told us this, because the LCS guys asked him, like, how well did that run? And Don's like, it sold about 80,000 copies.
Interesting.
That's like that's Batman territory.
I've actually been on a stream with Don Chin before.
He's a great guy. I love having him on. We've invited him back next month because in 4 weeks, we do the LCS Guy Show every other Saturday. Mm-hmm. So in 2 weeks, there'll be another one. But then on the 19th, 4 weeks out.
I'll be your one viewer.
You'll be my one viewer. We'll do the LCS Guys Christmas Extravaganza. So we're going to be doing some special stuff, have some special celebrity guests, and we've asked Don to pop back in on that one as well.
So a Christmas stream with local comic shop owners.
Yeah, and they're not really local to us.
Those still exist?
They do. Well, that's how the show started, actually, Testify. It was when COVID hit and knocked all the businesses out of whack. This is way back in March. I reached out to different stores and said, hey, would you mind coming on our show and explaining to us what you guys are doing to stay in business and keep your head afloat? So we reached out to Yule Carter out in Berkeley, California, Michael Tierney in Little Rock, Arkansas, Dave Dyer, who's my local guy here in St. Louis. And then we've had a couple of people float in and out of that fourth position. Right now we have Brian Cook from Blasty ATX, and they all do it differently. Michael actually did end up closing his store down, which was ironic because he was the only one who didn't have to close for COVID. He was in Arkansas, but he had no new material because Diamond closed. So
distribute. Yeah.
So he got screwed that way.
I honestly think the independent thing, or I don't know what you would call it. You download the file and then you get it printed if you really want it. I think that's about the only way it's going to survive, I think, anymore, because the overhead alone for the amount of the profit you make off comic books, it's just not there anymore.
Yeah. If the store gets a PDF file and just prints it off for each person?
No, I'm just talking about the comics in general. I think it'd be really hard to have you can't just have a comic book store anymore. You have to bring in all the tchotchke stuff. You have to bring in all the games. You have to still. I don't even know how you make profit off of it.
Yeah, print to order digital. Jazz Crab's right here. Skiddly bop that one out.
Print to order. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would be something if Marvel and DC just started saying, you know what? Forget this Diamond catalog. Here's our Indiegogo page.
Well, technically what is Dynamite has, but they're not Marvel or DC.
Yeah, but Dynamite does it for their special stuff, though. They don't. Yeah. Every single issue. It's like, they could be saying, okay, we just finished up Batman 662. Here's the IGG for Batman 663. Let us know how many of them you want us to print, pre-order, and they might just ship direct from that point. We'll pay $10 for everything.
I mean, it would help if DC and Marvel also put stuff that was worth buying.
Well, that's why I said, nobody wants to buy the comic books that are coming out anymore because they're so bad.
Yeah.
It's the stuff from the 90s that people thought were bad then are good now.
Yeah, it's depressing. For all of the 90s faults, and I know little of them, they remember, they're still heroes. Granted, they got really gory at some times, but it's like they were still trying to remember heroes. Now it's like, we got these social issues here, and we've got this, and here's another rendition of the Joker for the 1,000th time. It's like, you have a universe, use it, DC and Marvel. No one cares about AI rights. They just want to see Tony Stark beat up Mandarin, who you haven't used for years.
Yeah. The problem is they have agendas now, and I don't know. I hear all these different Comicsgate people and the streams and stuff. I'm going, what you're doing now, if you're doing your own book and you're doing the crowdfunding, but you're having to do all the work, getting it written, drawn, printed, and shipping it. I think that's honestly about the only way to make any money out of it anymore. And that's a lot of work, especially if you're selling hundreds to thousands of copies.
Yeah, it really becomes an issue once you've got to start boxing them all up.
The fulfillment part has got to be the hardest part. It's got to be taxing.
Somebody's going to be able to come along and handle fulfillment for the Comicsgate people. And who knows, maybe Diamond will even stay up.
They did have that. Just nobody talked about it. One of the comic skaters.
I knew John Malin was doing something.
Ethan Van Sciver Dynamite was doing all his printing and distributing.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
and then Tim King ruined that.
Yes.
but oh, sorry.
No, it's
I was
okay.
just saying. No, but this is like a lot of the reasons why I made Star Wars in the first place, because I just cannot tolerate Marvel and DC, what Netflix did to She-Ra is an abomination, and a bunch of other stuff in the industry. Not industry, I mean entertainment industry in general.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what it is for me. My perspective on this is that the people who run the entertainment business, those seats are no longer populated by people who care about the properties. You cannot.
No, it's money.
Yeah, they care about keeping the IP moving so that they can, sell T-shirts and lunchboxes and movies.
More movies, more money.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that if they made a good product in the IP, then the IP would move on its own.
Yeah. Stan Lee loved his characters. Paul Levitz loved his characters. When DC and Marvel editorial loved their comics, they were producing stuff. Mike Barron in the chat. Hey, Mike, hop on in, man. Click on that link and go get the Nexus novel now. You've got Badger the novel coming out. Mike, I want you to come on that Christmas show too. I haven't sent you an invite yet.
By the way, if Jazz Crab would stop hiding in the chat, he could talk your ear off because he's big time into the old comics and running the way stores are and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, and it trickles down from the editorial people to the writers. The writers are writing such boring stories that it shows up in the art. I think if the artist is bored, his work suffers. And you can see this with John Romita Jr. in Action Comics. The stuff he's doing there, it's just people standing around talking, and he's just, sketching it out and throwing it out the door. But when he has a decent story to tell, his artwork picks up again. Mm-hmm. I think the same thing we saw in that stupid Captain Marvel meme that's floating around all the time now, where she's holding that broken phone. I was like, as the artist, like, so who's she throwing a punch at in this one? She's not throwing a punch. She's standing there holding a cell phone and saying something smarmy.
Brie Larson is my queen.
Yeah,
I love Brie.
Yeah.
Praise Brie.
Yeah, a lot of comics don't throw a punch anymore. But that's Star Wars does throw a punch. He has a sword and a ray gun. One of the chapters he fights a spider that feeds on life energy. You will not see that in Marvel or DC. And if I had a lot more artists to give me some more images, I could make Star Wars into a book, like a light novel, which has some pictures within them. And it's like, it'd be amazing. That fight would be amazing to look at.
Yeah.
But where are you going to find that in Marvel Comics? Where they're going to fight a life-eating spider?
I will say this, with Ethan and things like that, the writing in his book, because he does his own writing, is horrible. But the art that goes around it, you don't even really read it. It's the artwork is telling the story more than his horrible writing ability. That's
horrible. I think it's serviceable.
It's mediocre at best. That's what I would say. But the art in it is great. The difference between a lot of the CG guys now is there's too many writers. They're almost all writers, and they have some comment. They have the guys that do the drawing process, but they're having to work with just writers, and writers don't know how to make the artwork work.
Yeah, I know I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
I thought about doing a comic book, but I can't afford it. Even crowdfunding, because you got to pay your artist up front. So Brian's bringing up the thing that came out in the last couple of days here is that Dan Slott's not writing anything. He's ghostwriting, having people ghostwrite it for him.
I'm going to curse your channel really quick. You actually have 8 people watching. We're so close to breaking that double-digit 10 mark.
Breaking that double-digit 10 mark. We've never had that.
That's seemingly more than what I've had by blog since no one really commented on Star Wars yet. So you're in good company.
Well, I've been told by Westboro Comicsgate that pretty much I'm just a thirsty comic skater.
Oh, you're thirsty. I forgot that.
I am thirsty because I don't see comics.
That outdated saying, thirsty. Okay.
Yes. I'm thirsty. I don't sell comics. I try to sell books to people who want comic books. And yeah, that's what I do. I sell books. People who want comic books.
Oh, I would totally want to sell books.
Do you want to make money?
Well, I do want to make money, but mostly I want to entertain people who haven't been entertained.
Yeah.
Like that is my primary goal. I'd love to make money. I'd love to make a lot of money, but people need their entertainment. They need something to escape into, and they don't have a lot of it. They have a bunch of preachy entertainment telling them you got to be this or you're not a good person. And if you're a woman, you have all the power in the world, and you don't have to struggle for it. If someone makes you struggle for it, you're the bad guy.
Brie Larson. I love Brie Larson.
Yeah, we'll praise her into the sun, and then she'll burn there.
And you know what? This is the time when comics should have been doing the greatest. And Mike Tierney brought this up last night. Is like everybody's stuck at home. Nobody can go to the theater. Nobody can go to a sporting event. You're at home. What can you do at home for entertainment? Comic books. Comic books are really good for that.
I could tell you something people are doing, but I don't like it because the porn industry is doing really well right now.
Skilly-billy-bop-bop-bop-bop, yeah.
Hey,
Hello.
Jed Crab. Welcome to craziness.
It is I, the one real jazz crab, not the imposter.
Oh,
I like to meet some good jazz once in a while.
Skilly-billy-bop-bop-bop, oh yeah. Jazz.
You didn't curse the channel at all. We broke 2 digits. I've never seen that eyeball so wide before.
Yes,
I sent out the link to people.
I did as well on my Twitter, but I don't have a lot of followers there, so who knows?
I got 2,500 followers on Twitter. I should have at least half of those people watching a show when I put something up.
I have 348.
Yeah, but you know what? You have 348 real ones.
That is true.
They'll all interact with you. Like,
No, they all just usually curse me and wish death upon me every day.
my wife set up Facebook, and now we got like 600 friends. I'm like, we don't know 600 people. We don't know 6 people.
I haven't used Facebook in so long. I don't touch it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't care about my old high school days and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have the Critical Blast Facebook page, and I have my own page, and I very seldom put anything on it.
Yeah.
But that's the weird thing, though, is that these live streams get simulcast to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I'll be like watching the YouTube hits. I'm like, oh, we got a couple of YouTube hits. Great, we're up a little bit more. I'll go to the Facebook page for 119 people reached. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't. We only do it to YouTube. I don't want to touch Facebook.
I don't blame you.
I've got a Facebook, but it's like only because I have a lot of actual friends that I've met in person, so they're on Facebook, so kept it there for a reason.
But we got to be like NWA, Black Flag, Metallica, and Korn, huh? Don't cross over to them, make them cross over to you. I don't know how to do that, but
no. If I do follow your advice and take to YouTube, I'm waiting just for some art to come in because I don't have any images of Star Wars yet. But once I do, maybe I can use that because there's a lot of other stuff I can talk about.
You ever thought about making that into a graphic novel at some point, having somebody illustrate it?
No, possibly someday. I just need to know if there's any eyeballs who would even pay for it, and that's why it's on the blog. So. Listen, I'm providing entertainment. Here it is. It's free. Try it. Check it out. Give me your feedback on it. And if they're like willing to drop a coffee, that means like, oh, so are you going to be willing to buy it if I ever put it into a physical book form? Because physical media is becoming more and more important by the day. So I'm like, this is mostly I want to get eyes on it and I want to get thoughts on it. Because I'm not the greatest writer in the world. I'm a good one, in my own opinion, but I could always improve.
Well, the only way to become a good writer is to not stop writing when you're bad.
Exactly.
If you stop writing when you're a bad writer, you'll always be a bad writer.
Yeah.
It's like exercising a muscle. It gets better the more you use it.
Yeah. Even if it hurts after the gym.
Unfortunately, a bad writer could also sell a lot of books if they're reaching the right people.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
we want proof, we have proof of that with this. I almost said that Star Wars guy, not meaning testify, but rather meaning that that other Star Wars guy who got fired from Marvel for his language on Twitter.
Oh, him.
Him.
His book. I only read a sample of that Aftermath book. No, just not good at all.
Help me out with his name again. He was so forgettable, I've forgotten him.
Chuck Wendig, I believe.
Yeah, Chuck Wendig. We lost Testify.
Oh.
Testify got bored. He said, I'm out of here. But yeah, Chuck Wendig's Star Wars narrative, I swear to God, the only way that gets published is if you have pictures of the editor with farm animals.
I mean, unless you put the right characters, like if there's a gay character in there, then he's probably got it. Yeah, he's probably got a shoe in then.
Yeah, because I have. That wasn't even. Did you read any of that, Jazz Crab?
No, I'm more of a Star Trek fan.
Okay.
Oh, my
and
condolences.
Red Dwarf, a lot of others. Douglas Adams, Hitchhiker's Guide.
Oh yeah, well that Hitchhiker's Guide was a great example of a writer with a great idea who gets saddled with a contract. Because the first two books were really good, and he's like, "Great, here's my story," and the publisher says, "Yes, but you owe us 2 more." Oh, okay.
Right, he had time to refine them, the first few as radio shows, and then into novels. So
Yeah.
the last few were just novels only.
And they didn't get the polish. It was like really wandering around.
Still like them though.
I still like them. But yeah, even if you just like Star Trek, Google up some random pages of Chuck Wendig Star Wars and just read them for just read them for scansion, just to look for syntax and engagement. You don't have to know the plot.
Okay.
It's horrible. He writes it in present tense.
I know that he was the guy a few months ago that was attacking the archive.org library site.
That's the same guy. Yeah. That was, that was crazy stuff. I put the link to the chat back out there. If there's anybody anybody watching who's got a project they want to share with us, push it out there. Jump on in the stream. We will be glad to talk about whatever you've got going on.
But wait, it's all in present tense. Isn't that basically like writing first person?
No. First person is perspective. Tense is time shift. So instead of saying, he wasn't saying I do this or I do that a lot, but he was saying like, the spacecraft turns and makes a strafing run, rather than particularly in past tense, which is the standard way of doing it. It was just really awkward to read, and then he actually wrote, I believe he wrote some sound effects, like pew pew pew. It was the cringe-worthy thing I've ever read, and I've read some bad stuff.
Hang on a sec here. I have a friend that could do some sound effects.
Testify was saying that you can go on and on about why comic books are so bad these days compared to the old days. I don't know if it's nostalgia or not, but there you go. He can make the sound effects. Had some fun nostalgia with this movie the other day. The Last Starfighter. Almost forgot about that one, but
I have not seen The Last Starfighter. Is it good?
That one still holds up.
That's a classic 80s flick.
Yeah, classic 80s. Last Starfighter. It was done during the time when all those arcade stand-up games were like the rage. I mean, everybody was playing them. Old people were playing them. Grandparents and grandkids were out there together shooting each other on them. And it played with the premise that this one game Starfighter was actually a test box, not to test the game, but to see how many people could beat it. And it turned out that it was actually, if you beat the game, the real aliens came and took you because you qualified to be a starfighter against the real alien menace that you were fighting in the game. And the heads up, thanks, Bap. The heads up display on the spaceship was the same as the interface for the game itself. So you were already prepared to how to shoot and how to handle things. It was really cool. Yeah, it was very cheesy 80s, but the concept still holds up, and you still got the same charge out of it as you did when you were, 14 watching it.
That sounds good. I'll have to put it on my list of movies to watch.
Definitely should.
Yeah.
So, is anybody at all excited about Future State?
Future State?
Yeah, Future State. Anybody excited about that? You don't even know what it is, so that tells me exactly how excited you are.
No, I'm not familiar.
Not
Future
familiar
State
with
is
it.
Future
January
State, RJ?
and February. That's January and February DC Comics. When everybody gets
Oh
replaced.
wait, I think I remember what you. Isn't this like just 5G except rebranded?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. And everybody's excited about the new non-binary Flash, and I'm like, that's going to take place on Earth 11. It's not like they're replacing Barry Allen with a non-binary Flash and we're jumping forward. It's a 2-month event, and then it's back to the status quo, and everybody's talking about it like it's going to be the next. Look what we're doing now. I'm like, no, this is what you had planned for 5G before you scrapped it, and you're trying to make some money back on what you invested into the scripts. Isn't that right, Testify?
Pew, pew, pew.
Sure. Dark Griff fears me. He won't come on this stream with me.
Oh, I don't
dare
think
you.
right?
No, I actually like him. I just like to give him crap.
Yeah. I thought about going on his stream before, but I was afraid he'd make me sing.
Yeah, don't do that, because I made a mistake once of going on there after I drank one glass of wine. I'm never going to live it down now. He still holds it over my head.
I will release the Testify karaoke video if you don't do this.
Go ahead. I don't care. You can release it.
Yeah, come on in, Dark Rip. Let's make this a party.
Who's gonna even buy Future? I mean, you got like Brazilian Wonder Woman, you got non-binary prosthetic leg Flash.
Praise
Yeah.
Bree.
We have a seat for you, Dark Gift. Come on in. Show his seat.
What is this?
It's a fence.
It's a fence.
He sits on him. He's a fence sitter.
Oh, the gauntlet has been thrown.
He's just mad now that Mike Miller has me go on his show and likes me.
You got on Mike Miller's show?
I've been on there multiple times now.
Gosh.
I've been on everybody's show lately.
Have you been on the Jack show?
No, I don't ever want to go on there.
So you haven't gotten to interact with the Witten?
I actually did one time, and that was. I still strive to get Anna and her on a show, and I can't wait to see the great combustible act that's going to happen.
I saw them on the same show together.
Yeah, well, I kept dreaming of because they were saying that they're going to do a show together, and that died real quickly because Anna got intimidated by Witten.
Fence sitter loves matter. Well, yes, we would never want to.
Yeah. See, he can't even spell lives correctly.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the romances of the people who sit on the fence.
Yeah. He's just illiterate. It's fine.
I've been trying to get Mike to come on our show because I've got Mike Barron and I've got Doug Tnaple both saying yes to come on and talk about this triple crossover they're doing with Mike Miller, with Lone Star and Bigfoot Bill and Nexus, and Mike's the lone holdout. It's just a scheduling thing, but I'm like, dude, DM me and set something up. We'll make it happen.
If you share my screen, there's a picture of Dark Gift.
Oh, there he is. He's on.
I still don't know why he's got his pants down, but it's a great Red City picture.
Is that a hollow pole?
I don't know.
Is that one of those poles, like one of those pipes, like in Super Mario Brothers?
I wasn't gonna go dive into it because you could take that picture many different ways.
Hopefully he's on the pole as opposed to the other way around. It could be.
Yep.
Oh,
Dark, if you're not doing anything, just come on here. I want to yell at you for a minute.
come on in, Dark Gift.
To confess, this is the first show I've ever been on.
Well, you're doing great. I've been at this for a year and I still suck at it. So you got nothing to be ashamed of, Draco.
You are not that bad at it. I am your best viewer.
Thank you. Honestly.
This is fine. Yeah, there's the fence sitter right there.
I was like, when I saw Critical Blast got retweeted by someone I followed, just said like, oh, they're promoting stuff, and it's like, I don't know. At first I was worried because like I see stuff on the blog and I don't have a crowdfunding thing, but I was like, well, better take a chance. I might get eyes on it. And they said, oh, well, this is for open mic, so like, yes, go on open mic and then try my hand at it.
Yeah,
Dark,
well, I didn't think I could talk for a whole hour about it. That's why I thought, you know what, this would probably be a good, 15-minute segment, and we can just kind of hang around and talk after that.
Dark Grift actually does have a project to promote.
Did you just call him Dark Grift?
Yeah, I call him Dark Grift. I named him that, Dark Grift.
Okay. Now I'm going to start saying it that way by accident.
Trust me, it's really easy. Just add an R. It's beautiful.
Oh, Mr. Carter, you've watched some of your boys' act videos, right?
I watch them pseudo regularly. I usually get in at least one or two a week.
Have you seen
still
any?
doing them daily? Because I haven't seen them pop up in a while.
Yes. I don't have a problem with subscription notifications. Like
I do too. Mine stopped coming through for some reason.
Mine haven't. But have you seen any of his reviews of Adam Strange Adventures?
Ah.
Oh, I made it.
I made it.
Oh, what's up, Brian?
All right, well, you inspired me. I'm going to hop in for a minute here. I was just on last night, so I'm not trying to hog up all the time. But
and he's going to be on later this week for the market report.
Yeah. No, we're
Brian.
actually not going to be talking about retailing for once. I was sitting here while listening to y'all, and I'm drawing because ever since the lockdown and everything, I'm trying to get my chops back up. So long story short, my first degree is I have a journalism degree with an English minor from Sam Houston State University. I am a very strong writer. I was a music journalist for 10 years. That's why I know so much about this stuff. So part of what I did on my own, the DIY do-it-yourself, were these old half-size magazines. They're not, I think they're 16 pages. It's copy paper folded in half and stapled, but it's 100% me, And I'm trying to get my chops back up. Like I got my portfolio case here. See, I got some game, and we got the sketchbook. Here's some new stuff. Martin Prince from The Simpsons. So it's not ready to go. I'm not ready to go to presses, but I don't know. March next year, give me a few months. I'm going to have something for you.
Hey, well, Marvel Comics is basically a feminist zine at this point, so maybe you can break in.
Well, that is the question for everyone, because it's not just all the identity politics and the stupid stuff. It's grammar, spelling, punctuation, GSP, right? When I was in college, I had to take a state of Texas GSP test before I could register for any junior and senior level classes. They had to know you could spell correctly. And I guess they don't have that at Marvel. It's optional. I mean, they don't have the fundamentals down. So they lean on that crazy stuff because they have no skills, they have no ability, they have no talent. Now, am I right or wrong there?
I think they're lazy. Well, like you said, we've already seen that Dan Slott's getting ghostwriters to fill in for him.
I tried to watch that Marvel 616 thing, and today I tried to watch it. I got 55 seconds into it before I turned it off because Fat Boy's sitting there, and I'm not trying to get down on people's appearance. I didn't mean to say that. This individual sitting there being all cutesy. I'm blowing my deadline. You have the dream job of millions, maybe not millions, but a lot of people, and you're sitting there trying to act like you're so precious. Work. I work 10 to 14 hours a day. I don't think laziness and incompetence are virtues.
Yeah, it's almost like he's rubbing it in our faces like, I've got the easy job. I'm writing Spider-Man.
Hey, you're the one that sank the Titanic. You're the iceberg that the Titanic hit. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that whole thing about like, oh, let's see. Something's got to be written today. Ooh, a tweet.
Yeah. There was someone, I think it was your boy Zach, one of the YouTube guys made a really good point. What everyone thought was a bug in Modern Marvel's process is actually a feature. They're cool with this. They like it.
Oh, yeah, it's like that.
It's really, really atrocious. So, in the meantime, let me get back to drawing, get back to my stuff here. New stuff coming next year. But in the meantime, all Marvel DC current for the moment writers, go get the 7 Elements of Style by Strunk and White and learn how to write, please.
Right.
Please. All right. Y'all have a good evening.
That was required reading in my school.
Yes, I have the book
Nice
memorized.
to meet you, Mr.
still.
Brian.
Hey, y'all too.
Brian, tell Dark Gift to eat a sandwich.
Oh, he's gone. I was wondering if that was the Kurt Cobain is lactose intolerant zine there, because I had that one.
Oh, yeah, it might be. I thought that was Lionel Richie on the front cover of the one.
First of all, you did not name me Dark Rift.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I made it more popular then.
No, you didn't. It's been around for a long, long time, brother.
Just admit you're very frustrated with me.
Secondly, what do you want to yell at me about?
Nothing. I just wanted to bug you. I'm your biggest fan. Remember? I have my two biggest the people I love to watch the most here at the same time.
That would be Jazz Crab and you.
That's true.
Skilly bop.
Hello, Dark Rift. People
How
call
are we
me
doing?
Draco. Nice to
How
meet
you doing, Draco? Nice to meet you as well.
Make sure you refer to him as Dark Rift.
Dark
No,
Rift.
I knew
Mr.
it. Dark
Grift.
Yep.
Mr. Grift. There you go. I like that better. Mr. Grift.
I actually kind of like it too.
Mr. Grift.
Oh man.
I knew Dark Rift on Twitter about a year and a half ago, but he kept cycling through Twitter accounts, so I don't know if it's the same guy or not. Could be.
Who, me?
Be like every time he showed up, somebody would say, "This is Dark Grift, and he's already banned from Twitter, and he needs to be banned again."
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
You've actually had multiple Twitter accounts?
Well, yeah, actually, I mean, technically, I still do. If you want to get technical about it.
Have you lost a Twitter account before?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
He was
why-
Midnight Images.
Am I the
Yeah.
only
last year,
person?
yeah.
Am I the only person in Comicsgate Twitter that has not lost his first account he's ever had?
Technically, no. Technically, this is actually my first account.
Oh, okay.
This was my personal account, and then I had Midnight Images, like Jazz Crab said. That one I got swarmed by Remfamous and all her trolly followers, and they like false flagged me for like every tweet I made for like 2 weeks straight until I got booted.
Man, that's making me like Remfamous more.
And then Midnight Images was my like art account, and then I had my caricatures account, which is all tuned up. But Twitter's not really good for local promotion. It's more like it connecting with people, like you guys across the country and stuff like that. And my caricature stuff, like I do like kids' parties and weddings. So it's more like Facebook and Instagram. But so it's like a dead account just floating around out there. And then I made one for our band, and then like right after I made it for the band, like the guitar player had kids, so I never really posted to it. Then when we got back together, I started posting a little bit, and my bass player passed away. So now that's just like a dead account just floating around out there too.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Kind of like any stream you go on, they're dead.
Yeah, that was lame.
That was awesome.
I've heard that like Facebook is where you go to lie to family, and Twitter is where you're brutally honest with complete strangers.
Yeah. Basically, that's how it breaks down. That's how it breaks down.
Are you still impressed by the endorsement Ethan gave me today?
I'm not sure if I'm more impressed with Mike's or Ethan's.
Well, Mike's is the funnier one out of all of it.
You got to endorse both of them?
In the same stream. One in voice and one in a chat message.
All right. Well, then, the question now becomes, Testify, when is your comic book coming out?
I don't have a comic book coming out.
You've got to get one now.
No.
Oh, it's so coming. You know it's coming.
No.
We want to talk about grift. This is what you call the long grift. Is Testify's plan. You know, you start off with a bracelet, then a koozie, then you cause drama, and then you make a book.
I was causing drama. I was causing drama then.
Yeah, I know.
So,
A little
Is
more
it
drama.
possible to make a book without causing drama?
No.
Try. You could try.
you know what you're missing, Testify?
What?
This is the one thing you need before you make a book, and you don't.
I'm not going to make a book.
Yeah, you will. You don't have to write it. You don't have to draw it, and yet you will make the money for it. I guarantee it. What you are missing is
Duct tape?
the Testify blockhead.
Oh, God. You got the simple one.
You need a blockhead.
You need a
No.
blockhead. I got this one for free. They were like, we want to send these out to you. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's right price.
His would be more of a pyramid, I think.
Yeah.
In a wheelchair.
Did you hear the
In a
Mike
wheelchair.
Miller quote? What the quote was?
What
No.
the lion?
Testify once tore the penis off a lion with his bare hands. I'm like, Mike, I didn't think Mike had it in him to type stuff like that.
I know, seriously. I was like, Mike, it's Sunday. What are you doing?
That would crack me up. It threw me off.
What you do in return is you find actually some Twitter image and guarantee it's out there, detached lion penis. If you Google it, I know you'll find it.
Trust me, we have guys that they're probably already making memes up about it already.
And then you tweet it to him and you say, Mike, hey Mike.
Yeah, this is your doing. You can't even complain at this point.
That's right. This is what you started this one.
Hey, I have a goal. I'm that much closer to getting in the gate. I have a goal now.
Oh, speaking of yard stuff,
There.
It's
By the
no-
way,
it's
is
no-
that
it's-
there's the fake jazz crab. He's in here.
it's no longer fence sitter. It's actually fence builder. The last couple of days, I don't know if I want to
We're
see
not
another
the real
fence.
jazz crab, big jazz crab.
Or you have to dig the holes by hand.
Oh, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm putting up a fence for the dogs, and yeah, it's just me putting it up. I'm on day.
You're picking the
I'm on
wrong
the-
time. Isn't the ground cold there now?
No, we've actually had like today was like the chillier of the last 3 days, but it was like in the 60s the last 2 days, and then today was in the 50s. Yeah,
What part of the country are you in?
Jersey.
Okay. Yeah,
He
yours
is-
had like 2 inches of rain, so it's real muddy.
Yeah,
He is Bon Jovi's official fence maintenance man. Did you know
yes. I actually did his fence once years and years and years ago.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
that? Did you ever work
I
on
did.
Bruce Springsteen's fence?
No, but I did bartend at a party he had at his house once.
Did you get an autograph signed?
No, I don't do that when I'm working.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I
Don't
don't.
lie.
Trust me. You know how many times I've run into like them two and Max Weinberg, the drummer for Bruce Springsteen, David, what's his face, the keyboard player. I run into all of them.
Yeah.
And I could have dropped Sebastian Bach. A buddy of mine's roommate was Sebastian Bach's kid, and I could have like totally like been here. Have your dad listen to my demo. You know what I mean? I never did that. I mean, I could have done that with the kid, I guess, but when I'm working, when I'm like when they were like coming in and I was waiting tables or I was managing restaurants that they came in and stuff, it just seemed off to me. They were with their families. You know what I mean?
So I've only done it one time while doing a professional job and asked for an autograph because it was a bucket list opportunity. So I had to take it.
Oh, cool.
All right, on.
I think
Yeah,
the
there you
chat
go.
wants
Yeah.
some Drew T and Moira memes.
Yeah, why don't you denounce your buddy right now, Dark Gift? He's doing it again.
Listen. I said I like Drew, but when if that's him, and I'm not
That's him.
saying
It's
saying
him.
it's officially him.
It's not up for debate. That's him.
I'm just saying, spamming chats and stuff like that is
Yeah.
probably not the way to go, man. That's
Can you
what I
ban
would say
that?
to
Can
you.
you ban that? That's a spam account. That's Drew Taylor, boundingintocomics.com.
That's founding into comics.com. Seriously?
Yeah, that's the great talent they have that works for them.
Oh, well, I thought they had some talented people there.
They do, not him though.
Okay.
Talent they have that.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't see Drew doing this taking it this far. At first, I was like, yeah, I could see him. He was pissed off. He's just getting at you. But this is going on so long, and
Anthony,
so many
go look
other
at
people's.
go look at all our old videos now. He just went through with that account and is typing comments in them about Drew T and Moira. Justice for the Fandom Menace. It's Drew. I've already got the pictures of them saying they're doing this in the DM group they're in. It's him.
and this is where the drama comes in. I put him in time. I don't know how to ban him.
What is Edward asking me? What am I saying? Is he actually asking?
Edward's incoherent. Don't worry about Edward.
Is it my mic or?
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Mike's fine.
Edward's a little slow sometimes.
I always assumed that Bounding into Comics had the talent. I couldn't tell by the articles because I could never read one of them because I could never get to the text of one
Because of all the ads?
because of all the ads.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the greatest publication out there.
I get ads. I've got ads on my site, but I have never allowed floatovers or pop-ups or ads to interrupt the stream of the text. They're all out to the side, except for in the very middle of a review, we'll have a little banner ad that's Amazon specifically for the thing you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying it's what I said. I don't think Drew would take it. Well, listen, I'm not saying I'm like best buddies with Drew. I've been on a couple of streams with him. He seems pretty cool. He didn't seem so.
Cosmo's here.
Cosmo, yeah, that just distracted me.
Hello, Cosmo.
Hello.
Just traveling on the Megaversal Highway, practicing my new song. I haven't got far, but do you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, get to it already.
Sure.
No, you're going to like his song. It's actually a good song.
I'm ready.
This is gonna be good.
Oh, primey boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside.
My head just exploded.
Beautiful.
That was amazing. Gold star all around.
You needed a little jazz crab on that.
Jazz crab riding on my back.
Yeah.
You have the most viewers ever now. You have 12.
12. That's a dozen. It's amazing. That's probably going to get. I'll get them move the
I
chart.
just dropped by to sing a little bit of that song. And now I gotta get going up the Megaversal Highway.
Nice to meet you, Cosmo.
Bye, Cosmo.
Farewell, Cosmo.
That was fun.
That's right. Just have fun. And that's what happens on that StarWarsGuide.com if you go there all the time, because they are much more adept at it than I am. I'm still a stick in the mud grandpa that tries to be serious about stuff.
Have you seen Dark Gift's great unboxing videos?
I have not.
Not for a while.
Do you know anything about the Google Stadia controller?
Get off it, bro.
He just did an unboxing a couple days ago for a controller that came out 3 months ago and is the biggest failure in gaming history.
I got it for free.
Wait, is it more of a failure than the ET game on Atari?
Yes.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, that is bad. I've been, I got a 13-year-old son, and I've been toying with the idea of getting him a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. But I can't tell if that thing has to have internet or not. And it's important because I'll tell you the console game he's got right now is the Nintendo 64. That's as high as we've
ever gone. You don't have to use it on the internet, but it's good to have it because you can play games online. It's more kid friendly too. So, but they also they finally made a console that's adults use again.
Right.
The Switch, yeah, they got some good games on it.
Yeah, it's like I give him my phone, and I already know what he does with the internet with that.
Well, you don't have to have your credit card tied to this one.
I don't. And he doesn't. He can't get my credit card out of the phone. But it's like the YouTube videos he goes to. It's embarrassing now because when I have a guest on and I show like their trailer for their book, you know how when the video's over, it shows all the recommended videos based on your watching time. It used to be, something from your boy Zach, Ethan, and you guys, and now it's like YouTube poop and Jeffy videos.
Yeah, mine used to get a ton of Minecraft videos, and I'm going, these people are weird. Who he's watching? Then I found out about all the child crap that was going on in Minecraft. I go, yeah, this is stopping.
It's got to stop. So I don't know if I want him on the internet with the Switch or not, but
it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Good. If he doesn't need it, then I won't have it.
Yeah.
It was either that or the Sega Genesis all-in-one box that's out there now, the plug and play. It looks like a Sega Genesis, but you don't put discs in it. Just all the games are preloaded.
You want to keep this kid that far back?
He'll probably appreciate having something current he can talk to his friends with about.
I have this amazing new system, the Sega Genesis, that came out in 1991.
I mean, the Sega Genesis games hold up. They hold up.
I'm not saying they don't.
He's got a full-size Joust and Rampage game upstairs.
Yeah, I like Rampage.
We got one of those one-ups and put it on the standee, so it's actually full-size, tall, height. That thing holds up pretty well, except for the fact that they misspelled Gauntlet in the menu list.
Yeah, I heard about that. Why don't you do an unboxing, Dark Gift?
Get me one. I'll do an unboxing.
It came out 2 years ago.
That's cool. I'll do it.
If we send you something, will you unbox it?
Sure.
That went well for Anna.
Yeah, I'll unbox it.
Wait, Anna isn't that Star Wars girl, Anna?
Yeah.
Did she do an unboxing?
She did.
She was opening fan mail.
Oh.
One of our fans sent her a bracelet.
That's what you got. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her do an unboxing. I just want to see her on the stream saying, "Hello, people. Let's see what's in my box."
She did.
She said it like that.
Yeah. On her PO box on opening at that time. I didn't even watch it. I was inundated with clips of it, and I'm going, "Oh wow, somebody actually did do it." They sent her one. We're pretty sure she thought it was money or a gift card because there was this little envelope, and she's like, "It's so cute." It opens up, and you just see her face just drop and go, and just it was hilarious.
like a picture of getting a Christmas card from Grandma and Grandpa, and there's nothing in it but Merry Christmas.
Exactly. What do you think about that, Anthony? Let's hear your opinion on that.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Really? Wow. You didn't sit on the fence for once. Holy crap.
I'll have to check out this video.
No, I mean it's funny, you know. It's just funny, yeah.
Yeah, don't say anymore. That's all you need to.
You can find Crescent.
Oh, he's the boar police.
I am meeting lots of new people today.
I am too. But if you really want to see Anna's videos,
shit! What just happened?
She's got an IMDb page.
Okay.
I do too.
It was a little unstable. Hi.
Crescent, get off here.
Wait, what?
No,
You're on
Tessie could say,
YouTube.
I'm leaving.
Oh, there goes Testy.
You made Testify go away. He got all tested.
Oh,
But
Oh,
yeah,
well.
look at this. That Star Wars girl is so popular. She's got an IMDb page now.
She's got an IMDb. How do you? I mean, I don't understand. How do you get an IMDb page?
Because her shows can be seen on Roku, which technically is broadcast. It's streaming. So
Oh,
Even if you look up one Testify HD, he has an IMDb page.
yeah, but he doesn't have multiple names under his listing, does he? Like Anna Mello and Anna Vader.
No.
Here, Testify. Look at that.
huh?
There he was on the Road Warrior Drake analysis, put out by Matt Films.
huh.
And he was just providing a voice.
That's
Yeah.
too funny.
Wow.
So now I've got to. Do I submit all of these streams to IMDb? And
If you bring Elasmat's in the chat, if he comes on, he could tell you exactly how to do it.
well, there you go, Elasmat. Get in here so I can get my.
I'll have a little bit more fame. I'll be on IMDb. Actually, I have a question for Dark Gift.
Sure.
I wonder, in any recent entertainment you have seen, have you seen a lot of love triangles recently?
Have I seen a lot of love triangles in any recent entertainment that I've seen?
It's pretty popular kind of trope.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably say almost everything other than anything horror based. I've probably seen a love triangle in recently.
What if I tell you there's some entertainment out there with not a single love triangle in it?
I would love to see that.
I would
Look,
ask you what that would be.
No, you can come over to my blog and read Star Wars
I
because
know.
there is no love triangles in it. The main
Turned into a
character,
shill stream.
huh?
It's turned into a shill stream.
Yes,
is a shill
I'm going to
stream.
shill. I am a new writer. This is all new. This is the first show, so I'm going to shill as much as I can.
Did you not read the description of the video before you
Of
came
course not. I just show up.
on? It's
It
a
was a click link. Yeah,
It's a shill stream.
20 more minutes so Elasmat can get in here and talk.
Yeah, if you can go 20 minutes, he'll tell you how to do it. He's the one that put me on there. I didn't sign up for it.
Now wait a minute. If you didn't sign up for it and you're on IMDb, can't you get into IMDb and change it?
I can actually, yes.
Okay, because that was the whole
Yeah.
thing around Anna not liking her real name being out there.
With the court reading, I'm going, she's the one that put her real name on there, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it made no sense. I'm like, why? What's the big deal? You're the one that put this out there already.
And I don't know. People don't want to be doxxed. And before anybody gets any ideas about doxing me, let me just say that if you like these little 3-inch stickers here, I'll be glad to send you one. All you gotta do
more
is
shilling.
self-addressed stamped envelope. No money. It's not shilling if you're not taking money. Just send me an envelope to Critical Blast at 1097 Presswick Drive, Belleville, Illinois 62221. And we will take out your envelope and put a sticker in the one you sent us and put it right back out.
Send one a dark gift. He'll do an unboxing.
I'll send it in a box.
If Star Wars becomes a book, I will send it to Dark Gift to unbox.
beautiful.
Wait a second.
I will unbox it.
But no, seriously, Dark Gift, you're gonna like Star Wars. If you're tired of love triangles, read it.
Oh, we can't do that.
What? It's her MySpace
I don't know if you're
page.
out there. Is it really a mystery? You know.
True.
It's only a problem until she needs a drama thing to conjure up.
Now I don't really. I think it's funny that that's my name, but I put it out there. But I don't have anything against her. Otherwise than that, enjoyed some of her content that I have seen. Without her, what would Cecil do?
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
That was her whole full profile, right, on MySpace?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were logged into MySpace to see her whole profile?
No, you could just Google it. It pops up.
But you can't see the profiles on MySpace unless you're logged in.
That's
you still
not
have
true.
a MySpace testify?
That wasn't me that showed it. That was him.
That was Jessica.
If you just Google image search that Star Wars girl, it comes up. So
That
I
pops
don't,
right
I don't
up.
see what the mystery is about. That's her real name.
Oh no. That wasn't my. I was teasing, saying that somebody still had a MySpace account because they were logged in to.
Technically, if you ever had a MySpace account, you still do.
Unless you log in and get rid of it.
I don't remember my login, so mine's probably still out there too. Yeah, I remember the email address because it's the same email address I've had forever, but I don't remember the password at all.
You could recover it with that email then.
I probably could. Yeah.
Very interesting unboxings.
Yeah.
Wait.
My face was dead before I even got to social media.
MySpace was cool.
I'll be right back.
Back in the day,
I never had a MySpace.
It was much better for music, and people were more receptive to getting messages from random people and whatnot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was like at the height of like me playing in a band too, so it was like perfect.
I can't think of anything I had social media before Twitter and Facebook, and I'm pretty old, so I should have been on top of all of them. I had an AOL Instant Messenger account, I guess if that counts. And I ended up getting rid of that because, I used to I used to interact with other would-be writers when I was a would-be writer, and they would all chat with me through Messenger throughout the day. And then I got internet at home and taught my wife how to use the internet, kind of, sort of. So just put whatever you want in there, put a .com at the end, and you'll normally be right there. And she put in youngandtherestless.com and came up with porn. So she beat me to porn. But I added her contacts into the AIM thing and said, here, you'll be just fine. And we had just moved, and apparently one of the females, and I'm not lying about this, I know what I look like, but one of the females I chatted with in the author forum knew I had moved because I'd said, hey, I'm going to be moving, I'll be back on later, knew I had moved closer to her, not on purpose, it was just where the geography was, and decided that she wanted to invite me to dinner and more. And of course, the person she's talking to on the AOL was not me.
Busted.
I wasn't busted. I wasn't planning anything. I come home and my wife's like, who is this person? I'm like, well, that's one of the people in the AOL thing. I gave you the access to it so you can talk to your sister and your friends and everything. She's one of these writers in the writers group. Yeah, well, look at this. And I'm like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah. Blast Beat says Marines use MySpace now for revenge porn. MySpace was cool for like Jazz Crab said, for musicians, because you could actually make it look like a real website and like direct people there and not be like embarrassed that you didn't have like your own website, because you could like design the background and make it like your band picture and put your music up on there so people could listen, actually have your music there for people to stream, listen to, and then have a link to actually sell it. It was pretty cool. And then it like just, I don't know, nose bombed.
Remember Angel Fire?
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
I'm not old enough for that.
Yeah, this is all 90s stuff here.
Is that still
Mediafire? Tripod.com.
Oh my God, Tripod. Yeah, I remember that. Angelfire.lycos.com. So Lycos bought Angelfire, and you can create a professional website and actually enjoy building it. What do you know? I doubt that about them. I've seen these Angelfire sites. They were always, well, back when everybody was making a website because the tools were become available, everyone knew how to put the stuff together. Nobody had a clue about design. So you had these flashing, epileptic fit inducing logos that were just streaming across the screen, and you're like, I can make it move like a movie marquee. Yes, but should you? Do you want people to read what you're typing?
Right. Yeah, that was the worst. You go to some chick's MySpace page and there'd be like glitter flashing all over the place. And
I know it.
Wait, that sounds like Tumblr.
Oh,
no, this was worse than Tumblr. I'm talking. It looked like someone would just sneeze and glitter stuck to your monitor. Like that's what it looked like.
Yeah, you could make the whole background an animated GIF.
Yeah.
yeah, and then they play music over the top of it, and you're like, "Oh shit, I got my volume up," and it's
Yeah, it'd be blaring.
I've been on that before. Like I was on this forum, and then like one of them changed to put the background as of this song that played. I'm like, wait, what is that playing?
Now you got me curious. MySpace.
the ones I really hate are the ones where they got like a tiny little half-an-inch ad somewhere with a video in it playing with the music on autoplay, and I'm like, where is the thing I've got to shut off? I can't find the thing to pause.
Where do you even sign in anymore? Holy shit. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I got him already. I got him.
Who, me?
You, yeah.
What does my page even look like now? I'm going to try every password that I've ever used. Hold on.
First thing I see on MySpace.com is Eddie Vedder. So I know it's cutting edge.
Yeah, not those two.
Not much there anymore, but
I spend a lot more time on my band page than I did my personal page.
literally nothing there now. So
You should type. You
You're
should
safe.
add to it. Link this video in there.
Huh. None of my passwords worked. All right, let's try this. Forgot password.
See where it mails it to. Yeah, auto start music, auto start videos. Those are the work of the devil.
That's why when I got a Twitter, I made sure to turn auto gift play off.
I do have a mailing list up while we're waiting on my password.
Link it over to it. Throw it
I'm curious. I'm curious. What is a mailing list used for?
It's like a pre-launch page, so basically you're basically gauging interest, so you kind of know when to launch. And then you give like incentives, like if you sign up for the mailing list, you'll get a free trading card. Is what I'm doing, and that's what most people do. So
give you back a tier.
no, this is if you sign the mailing list, and then I'll probably do another trading. Just anybody who, not just for anybody. This is specifically for the email signups. And then if what happened? I'm not even looking at what you. I should probably turn my monitor on because I can't see what you guys are doing over there.
we found your MySpace pictures.
Hold on. All right, new password.
I have one more.
Hold on, I can't.
Hold
on,
on the stream.
Yeah, probably. Nah, everybody knows who I am. I never hid my name. What pictures are we looking at here? That's not me.
No? Looks like you.
Kind of, but that's not me.
You look like a hipster Tony Stark.
Were you really looking at pictures of me, or were you putting up fake shit because I wasn't paying attention?
No, it was a real picture.
He thought they were real pictures of you.
Maybe I mistook you for someone good looking. I don't know.
Hold on, resetting. All right, password was a success. All right. Close that. Close that. Go to sign in.
This is pure excitement, I must say.
I know you guys don't have to wait on me. I'm just curious what my MySpace page looks like.
The suspense is
later.
This is so far been a fun evening.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna show nobody cares about, just because I love it so much, and I've really got to get it framed.
Wait, you got that? You got an autograph by Adam West?
And Burt Ward and Yvonne Craig.
That is awesome.
This is probably the second most favorite picture I have of signature wise. My first favorite signature is a guy nobody knows, Thurl Ravenscroft.
I'm sorry, I do not know him.
Yeah, you're too young. He did the voice of Tony the Tiger, and I met him doing an interview about when the Jim Carrey Grinch movie came out. I interviewed him because he was the guy who sang the song in the original cartoon series, and he was telling a story where they, Forrest couldn't sing a lick, so he said, I'm just walking down the hallway here in the CBS in CBS studios, and Ted and Chuck step out of the studio and say, "Can you come in here?" And I was like, Ted and Chuck, oh yeah, Ted Geisel and Chuck Jones, they pulled me in. And it was like he was 5 minutes in the studio and he was back out and going on to his next gig just to sing "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." But in talking to him, I mean, that's 5 minute story. That's not an hour-long interview. So he talked about the other stuff. He was in the Army Air Force back before there was a U.S. Air Force in World War II. He flew the plane that took Winston Churchill to the Yalta Conference. So, the man's a part of history. He was a backup singer for Elvis Presley in one of the movies, too.
Oh.
The guy got around.
He's lived a rich life.
I hope somebody wrote his memoirs because he passed before I could do it.
Oh.
Oh, wow. I had way more pictures up than these.
You got in and you still had stuff there?
Yeah, just a few pictures. It looks like a lot of them are like corrupted now, maybe.
How could that happen?
I don't know.
They migrated their server several times and deleted everybody's stuff from over the years. So there's a great amount of music that was lost in that.
Oh,
man. Yeah. I wonder. Let me see if I find my old band page. See what that looks like.
Share it out.
It won't have any music. I can tell you that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I have that music, but it just sucks that it's not. Okay. Does MySpace not work with Chrome or something?
It's pretty much broken at this point. It's still there, but there's nothing really there.
Yeah, like I'm hitting. Start typing. I started typing. Were we one shot too many back then? Maybe we weren't one shot too many. Maybe we were still Pride. No. Sire Gray.
Speaking of preserving old internet sites, Flash is about to stop being supported. So if you liked any old Flash animations or anything like that you wanted to preserve, this is the time to do it with like a screen capture or something.
All the strong bag videos I've watched are going to be gone.
Well, that was just like horribly annoying, so I just closed it.
I found a Chase figure. I hadn't bought Chase figures in Walmart in a long time, but I was walking through the aisles and I saw this Joker that was all gold. I'm like, is that a Chase figure? So I looked it up on eBay on my phone, which I can do now. And like, oh yeah, it is a Chase figure. So I said, I'll buy it and flip it. Whether it flips for anything is anybody's guess in this day and age.
Good luck.
I mean, Cyberfog is flipping a lot of stuff, a lot of money. So
I'm not flipping.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Brian. Hello, Crescent. Yep.
Hello.
Brian brought it up in chat. The thing about the Comicsgate books and all the other crowdfunding books is that we don't really know what the aftermarket's going to be truly on them because there's not a bunch of leftover ones. They were all printed to demand, and the people who bought them keep them. So there's not a huge surge of secondary market comic gate books out there to say, yes, this is what they go up in value to.
Hey, look, Sebastian, who are you? Really, who are you?
Who are you talking to?
That's Drew
In the
Taylor.
chat, you got another troll. Same guy.
It's the same guy. It's Drew Taylor. Just stop beating around the bush.
Dark gift left something.
Dark Rift.
Jeez, the connectivity.
You know what? It's not. Can you sue yourself, Reliable? Because Drew T in an interview said that there is nothing that sets him apart from any other writer.
That's a lie.
No, he did. He couldn't say one thing different than anything that separated him from any other writer.
Yeah,
Generic writer.
I mean, Testify interviewed him. I would say check it out on our channel. That's StarWarsGuy.com.
Oh, you're shit. I can't be in a shield.
Oh, man. Doesn't take long to kick him out of the stream panel.
Oh man,
I had to even buy a he'll just jump right out. Oh, this guy. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I better stay
I'll
out
have
of
to
future
remember that
Testify
one when we want to get rid of him.
Oh, bring me. I will talk about Star Wars all day long.
The thing is, that StarWarsGuy.com is his channel. He didn't want him shilling his own channel.
No, I think he booked when you put my link in the chat.
I thought he was talking. I thought he booked when Jazz Crab mentioned the interview on that StarWarsGuy.com. Ooh.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I need to know about this now. I'm going to share this page. Sorry, Testify, but I'm going to chill for a second here now.
No, I left because he shilled our channel. I refuse to shill our crap.
I need to know
he's shilling this again. Oh, tell Peggy I said hi.
No, but now he's in the right place for this one. I need to know about this. If this is what I think it is.
What's
Alice?
I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
Who is the Alice in this book?
Well, there is technically no Alice. There's a character named Verily. It's it's like X-Files meets Silence of the Lambs with a hint of Alice in Wonderland. So
that's what I was wondering. And I was wondering that because my very first publication was an Alice in Wonderland book.
Oh, nice.
So I've always had a soft spot for new books that come out new with Alice. Which my wife is weird. I don't blame her.
So Agent Verily, I always get the last name wrong because I didn't write the script. I think it's Wingate. Verily Wingate is connected to one, like very closely connected to one psycho killer, and they're trying to stop another one, and there's like this whole dreamscape interconnection thing between all of them, and it's pretty trippy. So it's
cool.
It's like a psychological, supernatural. It's just a teaser trailer. But if you scroll down, if you sign up for the mailing list, you will get this. Keep going. You'll get that trading card by Peter Gilmore.
Oh, cool! I just saw him post today, and I didn't make the connection. So this is a real fresh Indiegogo now.
Yeah. So that's actually we're gonna have a stretch goal for a ash can called Roulette, and that's the character Roulette in that trading card. So that's a different book, different set of characters. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Well, I'm going to.
This looks nice.
I'm going to sign up. All right, we took it down. Testify.
There's Drew T again, by the way, in your chat.
Okay, Big Hulk. Yeah,
Big Hulk.
What's the point of banning anybody? You know, when you can Yeah, I personally have more online IDs than Fletch has business cards. So
Dark Grip, this is your friend. You're seeing him.
I know I'm not happy with the spamming of chats. I think it's weird.
Oh, look, Rosetta's there. Oh, look, yep, the Phantom Menace is here in spirit.
Rosetta wanted the link, but she didn't want Dark Gift's link. She wanted. I'm starting to say Dark Grift now.
It is Dark Grip.
You could say it. I might just change it to that at this point.
It's Mr. Grip. Mr. Grift. Mr. Grift, how are you doing today?
I like it.
I like Mr. Grift. Yeah.
Yeah, of course she wants it. She wants the link for the panel. She doesn't give a crap about your mailing list.
I knew that.
She just wants to sit here and draw and talk about her life and her day and why she's in pain.
Well, she might have taken more pictures of eagles too. Now I don't know.
That's
The
true.
last time, okay. Last time I had Rosetta on, Wyatt Earp is here.
Hello, Drew.
Yeah, that's Drew
Is
again.
Is that
It's Drew.
that you, man?
Yes, he's doing it again, and look at him. This is Drew. You're getting to
He
see the
comes in
real
just
Drew.
to spam the back chat.
Oh,
Come on, man.
okay.
Was he in the back chat?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
you wouldn't like Drew T when he's angry,
I got to go talk to him.
and he'll deny it's him. That's the thing.
Hi guys.
Hello, Rosetta.
Oh, I can't be on a stream with this.
Skilly Plop.
Let me give you full screen.
Nice.
That.
Or the one I just finished.
Nice.
That's very sweet. I'm glad you came back to our chat, Rosetta.
How you guys doing?
We're losing people
Good.
from the chat, apparently. I read Jazz Crab left, Testify left. But, so, because the last
Everyone's
time,
probably mad at me. Whatever.
Testifies.
last time we were on here
I
together.
have no reason to be mad at you. I just met you.
Yeah, he's a new guy. You're doing cheesecake. I like cheesecake.
I'm doing a pinup book for military charity work.
Well, okay, we have to talk about that now.
Testifies flipping his steak. I don't know if that's a euphemism or.
Is it a tube steak?
So I'm doing a lot of scantily clad women. What can I say?
I like that. That's like Airplane Mozart. I love that stuff. So when did you start doing that?
A few weeks ago, kind of was inspired by the deck of cards we did for Tilt 2.
You've been busy since this little eagle book that we talked about last time you were here.
Oh, I've got a lot of that done too. I've got all the pages laid out, all the backgrounds done, and filling out the text on the pages and getting stuff finished.
Very cool. Yeah, Rosetta's the only time I've had somebody on the chat where I've had to mute them, and it wasn't her. It was it was an open mic night, and someone else came in, and an argument ensued. And I was like in a very uncomfortable position.
I also did this morning so far. It's still partway done.
Nice.
Very cool.
I'm trying to get better at the actual drawings parts, not just the colorist stuff. So I'm really pushing it the last few weeks.
I did not realize that you were. I knew the painting stuff you were doing was phenomenal. I did not know you were that good of a penciler.
Actually, all of that was done with this freaking freebie pen I got from Little Print Shop when I was in Rapid City.
that word follows around you, Phantom Menace people. Freebies. Huh. Wonder why.
Wait, Rapid City, like South Dakota?
Yeah. I grew up in the Black Hills.
I have been personally thinking about moving there one day to the Black Hills.
Oh, she's got a stalker already. Okay. Rosetta, do you have a koozie?
No.
No, that would mean she'd have to buy it.
Oh, right. It has to be a freebie. Okay.
I buy plenty of stuff. I just am broke right now.
I have a koozie.
I'll be broke soon enough. I'm not broke yet.
I bought the koozie and the bracelet, and Stu sent me a second bracelet.
Oh well,
I got a freebie. Testify, and I got it from you.
I don't have anything to do with it.
I got one of these pins here that made, and I was told that I was special, that I was the only one who got the pin.
See, if
I
was
didn't get
doing
the
it,
pen.
If I was doing it, I would send you a bill.
Oops, we accidentally double chipped one. Please remit.
Yeah, and then I'd put you up for collections after.
Jazz Crab had the book out. Scuttle along, Skilly Bob.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on, man.
I'm sorry, I'm making food at the same time.
You have a new voice, Testify?
Everybody keeps saying it because I have a great headset. The mic that comes with it is horrible, so I plugged in my 8-year-old mic, and everybody likes it better.
Well, we can't hear you as much. I mean,
except for Elasmat. Elasmat apparently does not like your new voice.
Oh, Mr. Yanafui wants to have me committed for charges because he thinks I'm faking it. I'm a fake Testify now.
It's one of those voice shifter things where maybe it's Drew with one of those voice modification things.
He's not that smart. He's an idiot. The guy's he's literally retarded.
There's a story behind this that I don't know.
Have you ever showed up to a stream to try to make fun of somebody and let the person literally interview for an hour and a half and not realize you were being humiliated for an hour and a half?
No.
That's Drew Taylor.
Getting my guess.
That's Drew Taylor. That's how smart the guy is. He's a fucking idiot.
So he has people on to make fun of them?
No. I was on George Peter Gatzis' stream with him. And we were just messing around, hanging out. Drew Taylor came in with an agenda. I never heard of the guy before, so I just started interviewing him. And it turned into an hour and a half of me just literally going, what is it that you do that makes you different from anybody else? That one thing. Couldn't give me one thing.
Oh.
An hour and a half. I enjoyed the living crap out of it because he didn't realize how stupid he looked.
Wow.
Why don't you talk about it, Rosetta, since you brought it up the other day?
No, I didn't.
Well, Mr. Darth Houster is going to be hearing from me very, very soon.
Well, Rosetta's putting together a cheesecake pinup book that I am going to be adding to my Indiegogo list of supporting things. And I've only seen like 6 pages of it, and I already want it. So.
Well, let's do it probably the Lulu because I'm going to program it to most of the profits on automatically go to military charities. So
I'll buy 2 of them then. That's one of the things I'm so proud of my son for. Is that he's seen me do it on a couple of occasions when he was like really, really young, and he's doing it now. Even today, he did it in Walmart this past weekend. I turned around, he was gone, and he was walking up to this older guy. Anybody who has like a U.S. Navy retired or a World War II ball cap on, he walks up to him. He says, "Sir, I like your hat. Thank you for your service." And he shakes their hand. I was like, if I did one thing right in this world,
hell yeah,
that is a good trait to have.
I only support black people.
Oh, well, they know.
Oh, still more reason to read Star Wars then.
See what you did?
Rosetta, you said book. You said you're putting that on. You said you're putting that on Lulu.
That's where I'm planning to do this. Yeah, because I wanted to just easily sort it all for me, so I can make sure every charity gets what they need.
Very cool. Yeah, I used that for my art book. I just put the link for that in the private chat too.
Yeah, Martin was saying he was going to help me with it.
Yeah. Martin knows. He's the one that helped me with mine. He knows all about that site. He can give you all the ins and outs.
Rosetta, pull your lip over your head and swallow.
Oh, you're so charming.
I know. Thank you.
See, I know that you two get along, so it's not like Testify. The last time I had Rosetta on here, she got into a yelling argument with the other guest, and I had to mute him.
Of course she does. Listen to her.
The other guest.
To be fair, I did not start that.
Yes,
I
you
just
did.
got fed up with his being a dick.
I'm already on the other person's side.
Who is the other person?
I don't even know. Who's some idiot?
I don't even know who it is. I just like him already.
Who is it?
I won't say who it was, but
say who it was.
No, because I've had him on.
I'm going to give him a medal.
I'll limit the pool. I've had him on the show before for a one-on-one. So.
Oh.
Excuse me.
and I try to stay open to everybody's project. But this was an open mic night, and I don't even know what you guys were fighting about, to be honest. But
I didn't know
doesn't know
what
what
half
she's
the shit
fighting
was.
about.
I didn't know what he was fighting about. He kept getting mad at me for even having an opinion or being in communities.
I'm mad you just exist.
Put it in the private chat. I'm curious.
Of course you are.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
I honestly can't remember who it was. I would know him if I saw him.
It was the
Likely
weirdest,
excuse.
It was the weirdest thing. I just sat there going, what the hell is he mad about?
Let me go through my streams. I'll see if I can.
You know, anything that comes out of your mouth,
Oh, Test, I'm not you.
come on, fight me.
No.
No, with test fights, it's about the things that go into his mouth, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was about the wheelchair oil.
You don't get it. I got my biggest compliment ever today, Rosetta. I am so happy. Mike Miller made my whole day.
That was pretty funny.
Huh?
I would like to know more what Rosetta does, actually.
Nothing. You got it. She does nothing.
You are such an idiot.
She paints, and then then she takes
And
photographs.
draws, and does colorist work, and does photography work, and yeah.
Every time her mouth opens, a person cries.
That's you, and that's why I do it.
So she's living the dream life, drawing and painting.
In a way, yeah.
You fight biker gangs or druggies also? Like a orange guy in Australia?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
I'd rather get along with the biker gangs.
You mean Liam Gray of Conquest Comics?
Wait, are
anyway.
you chilling something now, Tester?
Oh, no, that's the worst compliment I can give a guy. Anybody that wants to associate with Liam Gray of Conquest Comics, hence emphasis on the con.
On the con.
On the con.
Anyway.
I'm going to shill something here.
Yeah, go sign up for Hunting Alice. Or go buy my art book.
Okay, this is the boy I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this quick little video here.
I got it going right now. Is that a flag? What do you say? Is that pledge allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic that stands
Drew's back.
nation under God and no visible with liberty and justice for all. That is so.
That's cute.
Aw, that is cute.
Look, there's your buddy again, Drew T.
All right, if this is it, how is he finding every stream you're in?
How do you think?
Really could help.
I don't know.
The hell is that?
That was the
commercial
of my video. I didn't get it closed down.
You know what I mean? Like, how is he finding out that you're just popping in random streams?
I don't. I always pop in this stream. Plus, I advertised it on Twitter.
Yep.
He follows my Twitter like a hawk.
And it's not like you can ban by IP, so.
Drew, if that's you, man, come on, man. You're better than that.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's more worthless than Rosetta.
You know, you can always just come into the stream and actually talk, except that now
No, he won't do it. He won't do it. He won't do it.
I couldn't find the guy who Rosetta was being yelled at by. I don't want to say she was arguing with. She was being yelled at by.
By the way, Rosetta's not worthless. I was joking.
Oh, I know you're joking.
She's just a waste of space.
But he started going
Wheelchair oil.
He started going to ad feminem arguments, and I was like, oh no, mute.
Oh my God, no.
He used some very nasty words. We'll just leave it at that. But God, what was the subject about though? Seriously, it had
He,
to be
he started bitching because I actually had dared to consider myself part of Comicsgate, and he didn't think he should join any community.
Yeah, it had to do something with Comicsgate, but
Well, that was literally it. You're not supposed to join any community ever for any reason.
yeah.
It was like, what the fuck?
What's your language?
I am watching it come right out of my mouth. Do you fucking hear it?
Watch your mouth.
She has word balloons.
Fuck. Better? I'm watching it.
You're so rude.
Are we allowed to curse here?
It's marked not for children, so yeah.
I don't think Rosetta would believe what I did on that Mike Miller stream.
The Mike Miller stream or the Nasser stream?
The Mike Miller one. Where I was there with you and I didn't swear for 2 hours.
Did you know how hard I think that's why I say like when I'm on Mike's stream a lot, because I usually I'll say like fucking, or you know what I mean, or something like that. And I guess when I'm like holding back the curse words, I just default to my like
you get the like
child, my childhood filler words, which is like, or
I know.
stuff like that.
I have the hardest time when I've been on there because I'm going. My eyes are rolling into my head because I'm trying to think about every word coming out of my mouth.
I'm biting my lip half the time I'm on his show, but it's a good time.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go on my. I'll have an easier time.
God, I love steak.
Yeah, I did see something like that. Did somebody throw her phone number out onto Twitter?
Yeah, Moira did.
Did she put it on Twitter?
Yes.
No, she didn't.
She did a stream and doxed herself.
Okay, but did she put it on Twitter?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
She put the
she was doing a one of these I don't know, Rosetta's good at these feel bad for me streams. And she we have these guys that are bullying us on the internet, and she pulled up the FBI page so she could put in a cyberbullying report. And the idiot has autofill on, and it doxed all her information, her cell phone, address, everything.
Right, but who did the screen cap and put it on Twitter?
Huh?
Who did the screen cap and put it on?
She put the stream on Twitter, and then somebody had to tell her, hey, you just doxed your whole self now.
Was she periscoping?
No, she was on YouTube.
Okay.
Right, but he's avoiding my question. Somebody took a screen cap of it and posted it on Twitter.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, the screen cap would, but if she was streaming on Twitter and had the autofill, that means she doxed herself. The screen cap.
No, which is fine. Right, that's my point.
I literally sent a message to, I forgot who it was, and he had her number. And I go, is this her real phone number? He's like, how the hell did you get that? I go, she just did it on her stream like an idiot. You might want to tell her.
I don't even know who this person is.
She's a crackhead.
Oh, Witten? No, I mean
on that par. She is on par. Yes.
Ugh.
I miss all the good stuff.
Oh, I think Delta did it actually, or Jazz Crab.
I was gonna say because I'm pretty sure you liked it. That's why I was asking you.
Yeah, I like it. If he wants to keep being stupid, I have no problem with it now.
No, but what I meant was like you were like I don't know, and I was like I think you know.
I see what it is. I just went and looked because I did. I liked and retweeted it.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Yep. Exactly. See, I admit to it, but it wasn't me that put it out there. He's pissed because he's got Drew Taylor making up literally a fake account of him and copying everything that he does. It's messed up, man.
Does this have anything to do with comics?
No.
Okay. Maybe that's why I don't know.
Right. Right, that's my point. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, that's like going that one extra step.
Now he's in the back room again.
It goes from being fun.
Look at this. Look at this guy.
Yeah, but I mean that's where like that one that's where it goes like that one extra step from like having a laugh at someone's expense to actually doing something stupid. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the screenshot.
So streaming yourself doing a little begging for sympathy video and you dox your own self like an idiot. That's our fault.
No, that's not. No, not at all. Not at all. That's not what I'm saying at all, dude. It's not what I'm saying at all.
If she streamed it and it's on the stream, then it's her fault. If she takes the stream down and somebody screenshotted it and puts it back out there, then it's their fault.
I don't even know. I don't follow her. I only knew about her because of Snowdub's channel. I could tell instantly. Crocor.
I'm just saying, like, there's an air of personal responsibility that people take when they do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's our fault that she did it, right?
No. Okay. Not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying.
I never know what you're saying.
Everybody else on this panel understands Testify. How come you're the only one that doesn't?
Because I am an intellectual, sir.
No, you're not.
For like an 8th grader, I'll give you that. Yes.
Quit filibustering,
okay? Listen. While we're still here on open mic, I need to do a favor for. I'll put the link here. There's someone. Her name Fiona Wolf. She like my serial called Protocol. It is a superhero space opera, and she's one of the first people who followed. Yeah, I wasn't shilling Star Wars at that time, but listen, she was one of the first people who followed me on Twitter. She also does entertainment, so she made Upload Protocol. It's on a blog. It's free. It's currently in like the first book up to like 19, and she also has a YouTube channel where she does some reviews. She talks about literature. You may have heard or may have not. Put in the YouTube link as well.
Fiona Wolf sounds familiar. Of course, it's Fiona and Wolf are things that you see all the time in our
Yeah, I had a
community.
hard time trying to find the channel. The first time was like, Take did some Irish stuff.
All right, so that's the Cast Uplift Protocol. Got it? That's the link to the blog where the stories are. Link to our YouTube channel. So you can tell you you did your shake and
bake, and I help.
So you've given her assistance. She can show you appreciation properly.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, we're going 2 hours in here. I think it's time to end the stream.
This was nice.
Well, last night was
fun.
supposed to pop in here and tell us stuff, but I guess he's not going to make it. So we'll just close it out. And guys, appreciate you coming on. Dark Gift, you got anything else you want to share before Testify jumps back out on us again?
It's amazing.
No, I appreciate you letting me come up and show the email list and the art book. So if anybody wants to, again, go over to lulu.com and grab the art book, or go over to Indiegogo and sign up for the Hunting Alice mailing list and lock in your trading card.
Refund.
Get together with me on that Hunting Alice thing. We'll have the team on. We'll do a full hour on that project when you launch.
Why don't you tell them who you're working with? Why don't you tell them about it real quick?
Well, I mean, everybody knows, but I'm not trying to promote based on that aspect.
Do you know one Preston Poulter, the adult film star?
He may not come on the show.
His co-star is his partner.
His ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because when you said co-star, he had two of them.
Oh, this one. This is the one that was the giver.
Okay, got it. We will not talk about that during the show.
I know. I just
we could talk about it. It's just I like to bring it up on my own terms.
You bring it up, fine. I will not say. So tell me about this.
No, long story short, when that all went down, she reached out to me to try to figure out what she could expect from because she didn't really know comic. All she knew about Comicsgate was what her industry friends told her, and what she knew from Bleeding Cool and all those
Oh, we love
publications.
her.
Yeah. Yeah, and we like spent like days just like going, like she was giving me like the whole backstory on that whole situation.
Backstory? Okay.
And a lot of really meaty information that like like if I was somebody else I would have like put him on blast, but
you're giving me backstory meaty. You can't be throwing you can't give me the low hanging fruit like that, man.
Oh no, the best was
no. Bite my lip so freaking hard when you said that.
The best one was
Peggy.
What?
Her nickname's Peggy.
No, I thought that was his.
Same difference.
But no, the best was when we went live with the email list. She actually came on my stream and she was talking about one of the characters, and she said, like, I can't remember exactly what she was saying, but she said something like about like, and you really can't peg him, meaning God. Like you really can't like put your finger on him, you know? And yeah, I almost laughed. The chat fucking went hysterical, and then when we pointed it out, even she laughed because she realized what she had said.
Did she tell you how Leroy was doing?
I know the whole story about Leroy and that chick that was in
I
it.
I don't really care. I just think it's funny. His name's Leroy.
No, that wasn't her in the video. She was the one filming that video with Leroy. Yeah. So here, a little funny story. They hired them as porn actors and actresses.
Yeah.
And when they came on set and like they introduced them, it turned out that they had known each other. They had those two had an extramarital affair like 5 years earlier, and that was the last time they had seen each other. So the actor and actress knew who each other were.
You only associate with the best, Anthony.
Come on, that's funny shit, dude. That's like
I'm laughing with you.
That's comedy gold. That's comedy gold, man.
No, comedy gold is what you see on BitChute right now. That's comedy gold.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Laz.
You watch all the Liam streams on BitChute.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up, Al? Dude, good job on that video, man.
Wait, you did the entire music on that? Even the piano and all that stuff?
I did everything, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That was good.
Thanks, brother.
You guys quit fluffing each other.
Between you and me, we legitimized Nash's campaign.
We totally did.
By the way, did I tell you guys that I had a 20-minute conversation with NASA after the stream ended?
No.
NASA's still a thing, actually. So,
well, he's trying to be a thing, but he's hurting himself. So we had to tell him. Listen, we had to tell him. Listen, number one, stop picking fights with customers. Even if they're not your customers, they could be a customer down the road. Number two, don't block customers, especially ones that are bringing you money. Block them. That's like suicide.
I love the fact that people are starting to realize, the group of people I hang out with, they like to spend money on this stuff. And the idiot's telling them he's talking bad about me after we just brought him about $300 in 10 minutes, and he starts talking bad about me.
If Mike Miller's telling you, like, testifying on, listen, there's a method behind that madness. There really is.
Dude, Mike was poking, like, because he kept saying, like, oh, bring Mech on, bring Sketch on. I was like, Mike, it's Sunday. Why are you being so evil in NASA? He's like, because it's too damn fun.
Maybe Mike's figuring it out. Maybe he's figuring it out. Maybe he's trying to have fun. Maybe he's seeing it now. Just have a little fun with the whole thing, and you'll realize how much more better you'll be financially when people see you indulging in the game. But I told NASA, drop the whole Donald thing. Just drop it. Just,
especially in public opinion.
Yes. Get what you can.
I actually have a legitimate question for you. Did you hear what I said to him at the end?
Oh, yeah.
That?
I did, yes.
Dude, when you were talking, I actually put in the chat, I was kind of like busting your balls a little, but I was sincere. I was like, wow, I actually agree with something Testify's saying for once. Because I was trying to say the same thing in the chat, but I think he was ignoring my comments because he just didn't want. I was like, play the trailer. I heard that campaign has a sexy trailer. Like, I was trying to get him to change the topic, and he wouldn't drop it. And then even after the stream, I posted, because I did get one of my copies of Brutus. I got the Rob Willis copy.
Oh, you finally got it?
And I'll get the regular copy because with the regular cover, I also got the head sketch. So he's doing those last. But I got the Rob Willis cover, and I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, I thanked him and Nasser in the same tweet. And Donald came on and said, "Hope you enjoy blah blah." And Nasser came on and said, "I hope Donald gives me my $4,000 to $10,000." And I was like, dude,
I see both sides of the argument.
I do too, brother. But it's not my business.
Every stream the guy goes on, anywhere he goes, it is just bad mouthing Donald, bringing it back to something that's been going on for 2 years. And the fact that he can't accept you didn't sign a written agreement.
See, the thing is, no one disagrees with Nasser. It's like you said, this, but it's every stream. I told him, stop focusing on that and focus on building your current campaign.
Well, Vic even was pissed.
I know, dude. I felt bad for Vic. I was like, you could hear it in his silence. He was getting pissed. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't even making noises. He was just dead silent.
That's what I go. Oh, you actually have a campaign? I haven't heard about it in an hour and a half because you've been bitching about Donald.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
You're not spewing any new information. You're just regurgitating the same stuff that you've been regurgitating since you dropped all this stuff.
I think I said, I saw that screenshot, I think a year and a half ago already. Yeah, that screenshot you keep showing has been around forever and nothing's changed. Take him to court or quit whining about it. Deal with it. Yeah.
I hate your new voice.
I know. Everybody does. That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah. But I actually enjoy it. But
have you seen what Rosetta's drawing?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Hey,
she's doing a good job. She's working. She's focusing on her work.
We got Don Chen in the chat, guys. Act professional now.
Oh crap.
Is he? It must be something important.
He's actually on YouTube this time. I think he wasn't he on Facebook earlier talking?
He might have been.
I thought that's how it worked. I saw it coming through with the F on the chat thing.
Don's back. It's been a crazy F-bomb dropping kind of stream, Don.
I have tried to hold my mouth. Unlike the professional, I am a professional. Unlike Rosetta here.
Rosetta, show some more of those pictures. You can take a break from penciling there for a second.
No, this is a Rosetta stream. She just has her head down.
Is Drew Taylor still in the stream? Can I say hi to Drew Taylor?
Say something to him.
Hey, Drew T, how are you? Stop being a fake, please. Come back to reality. Join us. Have fun.
She's doing these for a pinup book for a military charity.
I've actually got a group of veterans looking into different charities for me to help me make sure I get the ones that actually do the most with the vets. So,
is Snow Dub in the chat, by the way?
I'm speechless.
Same.
He was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here or not.
So I was going to tell him he needs to check out the video on Coley Hahn's channel, the Road Warrior Jake puppet video. That's the one puppet to rule all puppets. There will be no connection. There will be a Cotton Republic.
A Cotton Federation.
Oh God! What are you guys doing in this Discord? They just made an Ed is Lost room for Edward. What did he do now?
I'm glad I'm not in Discord. I think
you would love to be in our Discord.
I think Discord is appropriately named from everything I've ever seen spill out of it.
Yeah, it's really fun when George comes in there.
Pangea is fun.
I do like George. I got to get with George and do some sort of 3D printing thing.
By the way, George is featured as a guest on the Road Warrior Trick Analysis, currently on Roku TV and Amazon Fire Stick on the DH1 Network TV. Comicsgate is officially on TV now.
Hey, how do we get our YouTube shows on Roku?
No. This is the Road Warrior Trick Analysis. This is the creme de la creme. It is on the DH1 Network TV with other great shows, including The Jeffersons, The Thief of Baghdad, Little Rascals. It enjoys a great mixture of great shows. It's a part of an incredible lineup. You can't miss it.
A lot of urban culture.
A lot of colorful stuff there. Every week, a new episode is uploaded, featuring exclusive content not found on YouTube. By the way,
Diet BET Light.
You can say that because Road Warrior Drake made it lighter.
Tell him how to get on IMDb.
Yeah, how do I get on IMDb now?
Just be on a show that's either online or on TV. Someone will put it on for you, and boom, you're there.
Cool. Well, I just got to get.
You know what's funny? Was it because I was the one that put Testify's name on there. I didn't think they would accept it because his name was not even a legit name, but they put it on there. So
That's funny.
That Star Wars girl's not a legit.
Well, you said it got rejected or something the first time.
no, I thought they didn't accept it because when I put it on, they put Strut information, but they didn't put yours. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe HD was not a legitimate last name. So I was like, okay, I guess it's not going on there. But next day, lo and behold, you were there. I was like, oh wow, he's actually on there.
Yeah, but there's so many people that use like stage names and stuff. So you know.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But yeah, when Anna says that she had trouble trying to get it off, that's not true because you can easily get your information corrected on IMDb. She could have taken it out any time in the last couple of years, and she had that kind of trouble.
But she's like on 110 episodes with her real name, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the price of being on the internet.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care either way because I'm not invested in Anna, but.
Oh, is that the alarm that tells us in the stream?
No. The alarm was when Rosetta showed up.
Yeah, go sit on a dildo.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Oh, I'll leave so you can bring on a real guest. Don Chin is asking to come on.
Don wants to come on. Don.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jesus.
Man.
Yeah, Rosetta, that means you have to leave too because nobody wants to hear from you.
Hey, I want to hear from her.
Of course you do. You want to hear from your right hand probably too.
That was a good one. I can't lie.
Don, there's the link. I just throw it out in the chat. It's open mic. Anybody can come in. I take the risk.
I'll leave so I don't offend anybody, except for Rosetta.
I was really planning on enjoying these cold Pop-Tarts at 8 o'clock Central Time.
How can you eat those things? I can't stand Pop-Tarts.
Let me just show very quickly.
They're
Wait,
not
cold?
Pop-Tarts.
As in untoasted.
Untoasted. They're not Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. They're Walmart Great Value Pop-Tarts, which are a superior product.
I like their fake Dr. Pepper.
Walmart Great Value Pop-Tarts.
Oh shoot, there's a real person here. I gotta go.
Hello, Don.
Did I bump someone? I didn't want to bump someone.
No, he ran off because there was a real pro in the group now.
Thanks.
Hi, guys.
How are you, Don? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Don, your YouTube is still playing.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Now, he Testify jumped in and out of streams all the time. Anytime somebody shills something, he's like, "Are you shilling something? I'm not staying around for this." And he's out. And
I see. Yeah, I've been on a stream with him before. He's very funny.
He is. That's his stick. He sticks to the bit.
Hi, Testify. Thank you for making room for me, my friend.
Oh, always glad to. You can come on every night of the week you want. You think you're gonna be able to make our Christmas show?
Did you say it was on the what day?
On the 19th, Saturday the 19th.
Probably.
Cool.
Who else are you having on?
Well, I haven't gotten everything committed yet, so I don't want to say who's half committed. But I've got some names. I got some pull.
Committed.
What kind of pull are we talking about?
Well, I don't have any tug, if that's what you mean.
Get your mind out of the gutter, woman.
Hey, no!
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. The Vic King variant cover for Rotary Drake is currently on my IMDb with the colors done by Rosetta. So if you want to see how it looks, it's on my IMDb page. My Indiegogo page. Oh, there you go. Yes, that's it.
So hang on, Rosetta. Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Keep it up there. And there we go.
Hey, that's the cover.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So those who back the Vic King variant get that cover.
Yeah, wow, I'm gonna do.
Howard the Duck was awesome.
I'm gonna do.
That's so racist.
The new guy.
RJ, I'm gonna have you channel some for hate speech if you don't delete that comment.
I'm gonna do a stretch goal to do a Vic King variant cover too. So.
Yes. Yeah, so you got to organize the time to come on so I can get you Road Drake's interview.
Yes. As soon as I'm done with this fence, I'll have a lot more time because right now I'm working on that.
Bad choice of words there.
No, I know it's funny. That's why Testify chimed in on Twitter. He's like fence sitter. I'm like, actually, as of the last couple of days, it's more like fence builder.
There you go.
Because I've been like literally like one man, like just a one man team out there putting together a fence for my dogs, and I'm on day 3, and like I'm only halfway done, but it'll be worth it in the end. But I'm working on that.
Yeah. If you can get you and Peggy Culture together and do that interview, that would be awesome. That would be the greatest troll job ever.
Yeah. That I'll get her on there because I told her about it. And she thought it was funny. I told her I'd send her a link to one of them, but I totally forgot. I still got to do that. Yes. But I think those things are hilarious, man.
Try and get it done within the next couple of weeks because I got a 15 episode deal. So after the 15 episodes, they're going to reevaluate. So I want to get you into before the 15 episodes.
Gotcha.
I'm currently in episode 6. So
cool. I'll make it sometime this week.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just got it. Like I said, I'm working on that, and then tomorrow night I'm doing my open mic night stream and putting the final touches on Rosetta's cover, and then getting her that so she can get off my butt.
I don't want to. It's fun.
I've watched your open mic streams, Dark Gift, but I haven't jumped in because I was afraid you'd make me sing.
Yeah, on a Monday night, if you come on, you got to sing.
I don't play
sing. You got to sing.
Can do it. We all can do it.
Yeah, you got to sing, read poetry, or do a magic trick, or do like a stand-up comedy bit. It doesn't have to be singing, Or if you're just a musician, you could just do an instrumental. You know what I mean?
I've sung in church, but I was like, I'm going to embarrass myself with these professional people here.
Yeah. But you're a writer. If you got some poetry or anything, you could, do a little prose. So
I've done. The first thing I wrote that got me my Destroyer gig, the Remo Williams stuff, I did a Remo Williams meets Batman story for an anthology. Totally de-trademarked, but it was obvious who it was. And I've done a live reading of that with voices and everything, and I recorded it on YouTube. It went nowhere. That was like week 2 of this channel actually broadcasting stuff on live streams.
Oh, wow. Nice, though. That's cool.
Hey, Don, have you heard anything from Rob Liefeld since you've been relaunching X-Farce #1 here, which is on Indiegogo right now, getting in its pre-launch phases?
Not a peep from Rob. I tweet him every once in a while, and I think I'm like a pesky, annoying fly to him.
we should all be pesky, annoying flies to him and see if we can't get Rob to draw an alternate cover for X-Farce #1.
I know it would be awesome, but I'm not holding my breath.
That would be cool though.
Rob Liefeld, like.
What is Ruckus asking me? What if make fun of Robert Roman? I mean, I don't know why you guys pick on that guy so much, but you guys could do it from the chat. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm not going to have you come on and harass somebody who's performing.
Hey, that looks familiar.
Yeah, it does. There we go. X-Farce Reloaded.
That's funny.
From Parody Press. Oh.
Yeah, that one's that's Bill Mouse's cover that he redrew this year. That is a recreation of what he originally did in 1992 for Eclipse Comics. That was the very first book he and I ever worked on as freelancers. And so Bill and I have worked for, off and on for at least from the early 90s. And then our last project we did was 2007. So this is our first collaboration in over 13 years.
Now, didn't you say that X-Farce #1, when it first came out in the 90s, sold 60,000 copies, or was it 80,000 copies?
I think it was 60. I can't, I'd have to ask the publisher to be sure, but it was definitely over 60, possibly more. It was black and white. And at the time, Todd McFarlane was supposed to do the cover, but he backed out. So
if you sold 60,000 of anything today, you'd get an Eisner for it.
Yeah, I hear it was definitely the heyday. You could do a lot. And yeah, Beard Zerker, that's our second book that we're planning in 2021. And it's a parody of Keanu Reeves' berserker.
I knew it.
Check this out, Jacob. His guitar is literally an axe.
That's
right.
right.
Awesome.
It's
That
called the
is
Strutter.
fucking badass.
Thank you, guys. And if you guys are music fans, you'll notice the two Z's. You get a no prize if you guys can guess what band the two Z's are.
ZZ Top, come on.
There you are.
That's because as the story progresses, his beard gets longer and longer until it's at outrageous lengths.
Right.
Dude, that's awesome.
So yeah, we're excited to do this, and I don't know if you guys know who Kanan White is, but he's doing a cover for us as well. He's really talented.
Oh, Kanan is amazing.
And then
he's an
Bill,
amazing artist. Yeah.
the guy that did that piece that you just saw, he's the interior artist as well. So it'll be a full color book, and it's basically a kind of what if Bill and Ted met Thor.
I love the weathering effects on this book.
Thank you. For our guests that are in the stream, this is a variant cover to X-Farce. When we first did Parody Press, Eclipse Comics had closed down. So Bill and I said, well, why don't we just do our own parody books? And The Unfunny Ex-Cons was the very first Parody Press book back in 1992. And so we decided to have a variant cover that was just the Ex-Cons, and it's a homage parody of X-Men #4 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And our artist Mark Lewis on this, he's actually a professional animator who's worked on X-Men the animated series. So he has a 10-page story in X-Farce that's basically retelling the origin of the X-Cons from a 1960s vibe. I think I sent you a page from that, right, RJ? One of the interior pages?
Yeah, this one right here?
Yeah, that one. So
I
you
love
guys
how
are kind of fans of that old retro 60s. That's kind of what
Love retros.
Thank you. That's what we were going for. We even made the pages look like they were kind of brown and a little bit moldy. So
nice.
It'll be 48 pages, full color. We're about, I'd say we're more than halfway done with the coloring. And there's just a few more stories that we're waiting to complete. And we're just waiting for the promo video to be finished before we do our launch. So I'm probably thinking it'll launch in December.
That's going to be so cool.
Thank you.
And of course, everybody knows that Don created
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry. I'm just excited that I actually got to meet a comic professional.
Oh, no problem. Jake. Yeah.
Yeah, not just a standard slubs.
I was that people talk to me on this channel that are comic book professionals, like people like Don and Mike Barron and Billy Tucci, have been on the show and just hung around. I'm like, okay, I've convinced you that I'm doing something here.
Well, everybody has to start somewhere. I mean, I remember when I was a young creator, I would just self-publish things and run them off at Kinko's and just give them to friends and family. So everybody's in the process somewhere, and you get better as you go along, and you meet people and form relationships, and it's a real fun business. I know it's hard to make a living in it, but I think it's a fun medium, and you can have an adventure that is like a big budget motion picture, but it costs a lot less than making a blockbuster movie.
Yeah, I love this Bill Sienkiewicz send up of the Newt Mutants.
Yeah, they're flunkies from the Van Sciver Institute.
That's funny.
Oh, they weren't quite amphibian enough to stay in.
Right. They were dropouts of that. So I think I explained over the weekend yesterday on our show, RJ, well, you've got Tangerine. He's obviously the Wolverine wannabe, and instead of claws, he's got straws. So his ability is to summon any fruit juice and squirt it out of his straws. Right below him is the dog is Wolfsbane instead of Wolfsbane, which is a take on the New Mutants character that can turn into a wolf. But we thought it would be funnier if she could turn into a Scottish Terrier and just be really annoying.
That sounds great.
And then what else do we have? The guy on the right that looks like the Rock is actually in the New Mutants. There's a character called Cannonball, but I made him actually kind of like Pitbull, the singer. So his name is Fireball because that's a really popular Pitbull song. And then the other characters are escaping me. The only one that I can remember right now is the purple one right there in the corner that RJ circling. That's Karma Chameleon, who's basically like Boy George as a superhero. So
that's funny.
His power is to sing his enemies into submission.
That looks like a spoof on Warlock behind her, or him.
Yeah, Warlock's character, or no, Sunspot.
Right.
Oh, Sunspot. Yeah.
I think he's something like Mud Spot or something like that. He's like a mud puppy, but he can basically summon the power of dirt.
Oh, I got you. Cool.
Like a mud puppy. And then Tragic is the one in the middle, the bottom middle, and she's just got a lot of angst. She's like a Russian lizard that has nothing but troubles in life.
No, but anger.
Right. I haven't seen the movie. Have you guys seen the movie?
No, not yet.
I don't think anybody's seen the movie.
I will. I'm just it's not high on my list.
Yeah. I've heard mixed reviews on it. So
I
we're
love
waiting for a trailer, and we're going to be spoofing. Even the trailer is a spoof of like the original 2000 X-Men movie trailer. The one with Patrick Stewart and Halle Berry.
Oh yeah.
So
that's cool. I like that wall tapestry.
Oh, thank you. What was your name, by the way?
I'm Anthony, by the way.
Hi, Anthony. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you, Don. Yeah, I was a huge fan of hamsters back in the day, and I love wall tapestries. So that's like,
thank you. Actually,
I want one. Where do I get one?
Believe it or not, that is a one of a kind print that when the hamsters were published, like in the, we came out in the mid '80s, but it was starting to get licensing interest because of the turtles. Turtles. They made pajamas and toys and all that stuff. So we actually had a licensing deal with a company on the East Coast that made children's clothing and sleepwear. And this was a prototype that they did of a sleeping bag design. So it's only a one of a kind that never went into production. And I'll try to get out of the way, but the artwork's by Ty Templeton, who's a artist.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. So that's actually a cloth silk screened prototype.
Yeah, you guys want another reason to hate Tom King?
Besides what he did to
Adam? Okay, so you remember when Tom King caused all that brouhaha with Jay Lee, and then Dynamite had to break off ties with Ethan Van Sciver. Don, you want to tell him what we lost?
Well, I don't know if Tom was the guy that set the wheels in motion. I mean, he what happened was that I was in an agreement with Dynamite Comics, who has the license for the hamsters now, to write a crossover with Ethan Van Sciver Cyberfrog. And that was something that was in the works earlier this year. And then Dynamite decided to do some variant covers with some Comicsgate people. And One of them was Cecil, which you guys
Yeah.
probably know who Cecil is. And so after Dynamite launched this crowdfunding cover with Cecil on it, all the SJWs out there in Comic-Con came down on Dynamite and said, we're not going to write for you. We're not going to support you if you do this work with this creator. And so because Ethan and Cecil are good friends, and actually at the time, Ethan and Nick, the publisher at Dynamite, were both good friends. They both live in New Jersey, and they've known each other for a long time. So unfortunately, when all that BS hit, Nick and Ethan parted ways, and so the Hamster Cyberfrog book was a casualty of that falling out. And so I had a 40-page script already written, and the artwork was being done by EJ Morges and Keenan White, and so that whole book got shelved. And yeah, so
Anthony, you're cringing bad. Poor boy.
I didn't even think of that. I totally didn't even think of that when all that happened. I didn't even, because I knew that was part, because I'm a fan of all those guys. So I was like, I knew that Ethan mentioned he was like in talks with Dynamite and you about doing that. And when all that went down, I didn't even think about that. Oh, that sucks.
I'll be right back.
I mean, Tim probably didn't start it in motion. Tim didn't put it in motion like Don said. It was all those artists and writers who were already concluding their contracts, saying they were going to quit, which they were already out the door, which wasn't really having all the impact. But Tim King came in at the last of it and said, "Well, I can make an impact," and did, and that was the result of it. And that is why Critical Blast did not read or review or promote Rorschach in any way, shape, or form.
So
because
Tom King screwed us over again.
Yeah, Tom King, man.
Well, we already knew he was a piece of shit, so this just confirms it, right?
Well, we won't say that.
Well, things. I was depressed for a little bit. I'm over it now.
And I'm just elated to actually get to talk to you for this little
you,
comic girl. Wench Rosetta, by the way.
Okay,
I've had that up for a while. It's a running gag with a bunch of my friends as being a sandwich wench. So
Rosetta is an accomplished photographer who's doing a book on eagles, and she's also doing. I don't know if you saw the artwork that she was showing earlier, Don. Yeah, she's doing that pinup artwork for the military charity. So she's continuing to show more and more impressive sides of herself. That at first it was like,
I'm working on this one right now. So
let me give you screen.
I'm trying to finish the hair and the arm right now.
Oh, that's great. Nice hair. Is that pencils or inked?
It's first make a really pale grayscale on the computer, and then sit here and etch everything out with a pen.
Okay, gotcha. Where are you guys all from? I'm up in Northern California.
I'm Jersey.
Well, technically, I'm in Iowa, but I consider it a captive to the state, not a local, since I kind of ended up having to move here at one point.
Oh, really? What part? Actually, the guy doing my video was in Iowa.
I'm in eastern Iowa, which is the only benefit is that I'm near the Mississippi, and I spend a lot of time out tracking eagles and photographing animals out in the wild. So,
how cool! Awesome.
Yeah, I'm on
from Northern California.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a Jersey boy. I'm actually about an hour away from where Ethan and Nick live.
Okay.
So, yeah, cool. I'm on the coast. They're more towards the Pennsylvania side.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
These are all partnerships with a guy who helped do the black and white work for it, who goes under Shrika Media. And these are all taken directly from my photos and then turned into artwork between me and him working on them.
Oh, great.
So it's my eagle photos with some of his drawing and some of my colors and drawing blended.
You have like an online store where you sell prints and stuff, or?
I'm still setting a lot of this up. I'm very new to all this, so I'm still setting a lot of it up.
No problem.
So right now I'm just starting stuff going, and
She had, we had her on a stream to promote her Eagle book that she was putting up. And she shared a lot of the photos that she has in that layout. Some very cool close-up, high-res photos of eagles resting and in flight.
Actually,
Yeah, she's
I
gonna
have
have one.
a few in prints right here I could show you.
That's right, because some of them are going to be available as prints, as extras to the book.
Oh, and these are a bunch of ones I was using for other stuff too, but it's a few, at least gives you a glimpse of my eagles that I have both screen share.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
That was my first one. That was the one that started me doing eagle photography.
That was the one on the side of the road, right?
That was, yeah, it's right next to the car.
Do you have to hike sometimes pretty far to get to the where they're hanging?
Sometimes, usually along the rivers, which can be kind of fun in winter.
Have you seen them like go after fish in the river?
Oh yeah, I've seen them. I've watched one rip out the throat of a deer as it was running.
You didn't take a picture of that?
No, that was while I was freaking driving, unfortunately.
Wow.
Like, whoa, that was violent.
I had no idea they went after deer.
Basically, if they're hungry enough, they'll go after anything.
Yeah.
And they're very violent. But yeah, I spend a lot of time out tracking them and doing this stuff. So
You must have a big zoom lens.
no,
No?
I've got a tiny little digital camera.
Wow. That's impressive.
I'm just really good with nature.
Yeah.
I'm a mountain girl. I grew up in the mountains.
That's great. So how long have you known RJ?
Few months.
Yeah. We kind of bumped into streams somewhere. She was doing, first time I met Rosetta, she was doing a show where she would basically roast guests coming on to do books. That's who it was. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Almost came to me. Check the open mic nights and look for Rosetta to show up. It'll happen there. I didn't take the stream down.
Okay. RJ, are you? I know you're working at home. Are you? Does your wife mind that you're streaming? Pretty late.
No, she doesn't at all. In fact, I'm down here till midnight. So I get up at 7 and I'm down here till lunch, and then I'm down here till dinner, and then I'm down here till midnight. So.
I see. And your son is upstairs, probably asleep, I would imagine.
At 9:30, probably just getting ready to go down now. He's 13, so he's finally said, you know what, this whole bedtime thing you guys have given me, I'm gonna just kind of put that off side here now for a bit. Okay, as long as
I'm gonna dip out, guys. So RJ, thanks for coming on. Hey RJ, why don't you enlarge your screen and give a little promo for Roadwear so I can put you on the show.
Say what?
Enlarge your screen and do a little promo for Roadwear drinks so I can put you on the show.
Enlarge my screen. Okay.
Yes.
Shill him. Come on.
Okay. I'm gonna shill a lasmat.
Do a promo for the Roadwear Drink TV show so I can put your promo on the TV show.
Hey, this is RJ Carter from CriticalBlast.com. Be sure to check out the Road Warrior HD show. Let me do that again.
Yes.
Do that again. Hey, this is RJ Carter from CriticalBlast.com. Be sure to check out the Road Warrior Drake HD show.
All right, I'll use that. Okay, awesome. You're going to be on TV in 2 weeks, buddy.
Awesome. I'm a star. I am somebody.
Yes. Start confirming. DM me. Okay, we'll set the dates.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you up probably tomorrow or Tuesday, and we'll square it away for like later in the week.
Sounds like a plan. Preston, I'll see you at the Discord. Rosetta, nice seeing you again. Donchin, nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, see you guys soon.
We'll see you
later, Al.
Yeah. Okay, so
I feel like a little fangirl of the comic pros because I was such a little comic.
Rosetta, what did you want? What did you grow up reading? What kind of got you hooked into comics?
Whatever was in the libraries because I was broke as a kid.
That's okay.
So what? Any comic I can find in the libraries, just like any novels I can find in the libraries, anything I could read.
Do you remember anything that kind of stuck with you that you saw in the library?
The one that I always liked is the one I actually took the effort to buy the stupid collectors of, which was when they had the collector book of the Doomsday Saga and the Death of Superman.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I had the collector's book, and my brother's freaking ex stole it and sold it while I was in Job Corps.
Oh no.
And I've never been able to find it since.
Oh.
Could strangle that woman, I swear.
I think that was in the 90s when we were doing parody, the whole Doomsday Superman thing. We did we had our character called Stupid Man, and we parodied him several different ways, variant covers, and yeah, it's still on eBay. They're kind of hard to find these days, but a lot of the parodies we did were kind of low print run, black and white comics. I'll see if I can find an image on eBay or something to see if I can hang on.
I can't remember if I actually have you followed on any media. I've tried been following everybody, but it's trying to find everything's fun.
Oh, no worries. I'm on Twitter. I've got 2 Twitter accounts. One is at Real Don Chin, and then our Parody Press account is basically at parody_press. And then if
I found you before. I'm following you.
Okay, cool.
I couldn't remember because my old account got the weirdest nuke of all time, and I've been trying to rebuild this one the last few months.
Okay. So if you're following me, I'm probably following you because I tend to.
Nope.
Oh, really? Well,
I just followed you now.
That's what we're here for. Connecting people together.
All right.
Don, the very first comic book I ever owned, I had to go out and re-find. This was one I got from my barber shop when I was 4 years old. That's one of the first comic books I can remember is this Superman number 274.
Hang on, RJ. I'm off your screen. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah. And
what was the parody one? At parody.
At parody_press. And if you just say parodypresscomics.com, it'll take you to our Facebook page. Those are old Copper Age, probably like Kurt Swan probably drew those, RJ, or somebody like that.
Oh, I'm sure. And then the second one I ever owned was this one with Batgirl, because Batgirl has been my jam since the television show.
Awesome.
Okay, so I made a little tweet at you, and just see this will be the avatar to the tweet too.
Thanks, Rosetta. I found that image, RJ. Let me see if I can share it with you.
Yeah, share the screen.
All right.
Yvonne Craig got me through puberty.
Oh. So yeah, I think it's on there now. But I wanted to show Rosetta since she's a Superman fan. We parody everyone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's looking amazing.
That's actually Bill Mouse as well. And you kind of have like the pudgy Robin in the front of the line. And we did a lot of airbrush covers back in the day before digital coloring kind of came into play. So that was like a 40-page black and white collection, and it sold really well.
Don, you did a lot of parody work for Cracked magazine too, right?
I did. This is, let me see back here.
I used to love Cracked magazine as a kid.
Yeah, I liked it more. I didn't like Mad magazine, but I loved Cracked.
Yeah, it was the same way.
This was my very first published work, number 200.
Sylvester P. Smythe.
Yes.
Wow.
Back in I'm old, so this is like 1984. But yeah, I used to buy Mad and Cracked on the newsstand, and go down to the grocery store and spend a couple bucks. That's kind of what got me into the parody aspect, I think, are
Now,
those two magazines.
is Crack Magazine what eventually became Crack.com?
I believe, yeah, that's what happened.
Because they don't look the same anymore.
No, just the logo. It's just the logo is reminiscent of the old magazine logo. Other than that, I don't.
Sylvester P. Smythe.
Yeah, they got rid of anything that was like magazine related. I don't know if that was purposely done or whatever, but yeah. One of my favorite issues had it was like a dueling little 3-page thing, like a dueling sing-off between John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen as who was the boss of New Jersey, and then like the final panel had Frank Sinatra step in and like because he's from Jersey also, and he's like, and like like each one of their dialogue it would say like sung to the to the tune of like Living on a Prayer and sung to the tune of like Born in the USA, and then I forget what Frank's was, but it was funny. It was one of the most funniest things, and being a Jersey boy musician who loves all three, like it was like one of my favorite. It's like one of the ones that sticks in my head to this day. Like I could see the panels,
That's great, Anthony. Yeah. In the Beard Zerker book that RJ was showing you, it's like a rock and roll comic book adventure, and actually Bon Jovi makes a guest appearance in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Beard Zerker, he's basically been asleep for the last 30 years, like in suspended animation. So he's got the mind of like a 16-year-old Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but he's in a 40-year-old, 45-plus-year-old body now. And they've been downloading combat programs into a computer chip. So when he wakes up, he's basically a 16-year-old kid, but he's got like the body of a warrior. And now he's thrust into 2020. And so one of the things that he's sent to correct is this rise of millennial musicians that are nothing but into themselves. So he goes to the MTV Music Awards and basically does a whole I don't know if you ever saw Boris the Bear, but he just like killed all the funny animals in one issue. So
I remember Boris.
Beard Zerker is going to go into the MTV Music Awards and just basically wipe out everybody that's annoying in music, but he leaves Bon Jovi alone because Bon Jovi's a rock legend, so he spares.
Yeah, it's funny, man. I had to pick that up. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
Boris the Bear in years.
He's a great character. I bet if they brought him back again today, he would thrive in the crowdfunding arena.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Oh, really? That's okay.
Yeah.
Boris the Bear there was this period in comics, Draco, where so many independent black and whites were coming out. Now, granted, they were all trying to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Dark Knight Returns, or a mix of them, because Turtles was a parody of Daredevil and Ronin.
Just kick him. Just kick him.
So everybody thought, well, gosh, if Eastman and Laird can put out a black and white comic book with a mimeograph machine in their garage, making fun of something, we can too. And you got people who could do it, like Don and the Hamsters, and a handful of other people, and you had people who couldn't. But we end up with things like the Pork Knight, Mark Martin's Nat Rat, Dark Knight Returns. There was just some of it was really, really bad. I mean, it was just, but it was $1.95 for a comic book then, so
Yeah, Draco, if you Google TMNT ripoffs, the hamsters will probably come in, and then there's probably like a dozen other funny animals with multiple adjective names.
Preteen
wow.
Burger King Kung Fu Kangaroos.
Right. So
Oh wow.
there just started to be a glut in the late 80s after the Hamsters and Turtles came out. And so Dark Horse Comics actually was the Boris the Bear originator. You remember that, RJ? That was like one of their first titles, was Boris the Bear.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And so Boris was sent to basically rid the comics world of all these anthropomorphic martial arts superheroes. So that's the first issue. He goes and kills everybody, and so you can see he put my characters kind of somewhat in there with the radioactive black belt.
Yeah, that's funny. The teenage radioactive black belt mutant ninja critters.
It's very violent in a comical way, but he decapitates them and shoots them with Uzis, and it's just it's a bloodbath.
It was very meta because it was one of the few comic books out there that was talking about the comic book industry.
Right. Yeah, he broke the fourth wall.
Wait,
RJ, I hate to do this, man, but I got to split. I got to get over to another stream.
Hey, take off, man.
Anthony, it was nice to see you.
We'll see you.
Yeah, Rosetta, I will.
Nice to meet you,
I had to sit.
I
can't wait for
Rosetta,
the very cover you're doing.
I will see you. I will touch base with you on that in the next day
Why
or
don't
two.
you stop into my stream in the next couple days? Hang out a little bit.
When I know that you're streaming, and I won't stream over you.
Every day, sometime between 11 a.m. to about 1 a.m. I start for a while.
All right. Draco, it was nice meeting you. Yes, Hunting Alice is the pre-launch page is up on Indiegogo. It's a X-Files meets Silence of the Lambs with Alice in Wonderland thrown in there. It's a psychedelic, supernatural, psychological thriller.
Wow.
If you sign up, you will get a roulette trading card by Peter Gilmore, which will, roulette's a character in the self-titled Ashcan that we'll be doing a stretch goal for. And if you can't wait for that, after you sign up, go to lulu.com. You can pick up my art book.
I suggest it. I have several.
It's called Dark of Midnight, The Art of Anthony Romano. That's on lulu.com. So you'll get a taste of what I could do there. And yeah, RJ, always a pleasure, man. Don, it was a pleasure meeting you, man. It was an honor, really. I followed both accounts on Twitter, so hopefully,
I followed you back. I'll stay in touch.
Excellent.
Awesome. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Anthony. And
take care.
It's 2 hours and 52 minutes on this stream, which is like
a record.
Yeah, pretty much. It's 2 hours longer. So hopefully this chart here will actually increase a little bit tomorrow. Don, this is my 4,000 hours chart.
Oh wow!
Because you can't get your YouTube channel monetized unless you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12-month floating period. So
they make it so easy.
Yes, anybody can do it.
Okay,
and now they've decided they're going to advertise on your channels anyway. They're just not going to give you any of the money when they do it, unless you're a YouTube partner. So, well, Mary Machine Gun is in the chat, and you got here just as we're all leaving. Mary Machine Gun, you go out there.
Since we are nearing the end, and since Don King is here, it was great to meet you.
Did you say Don King is here?
So, what?
Did you say Don King is here?
Don King.
Don King.
I can
fix my hair a little bit here, and
but since we're about to go, I want to pitch it one more time. I have it on my blog at dfwchronicle.blogspot. It is Star Warden. It is a sci-fi. It's fancy. Think John Carter meets the Terminator. Behold the time travel. Cool. It is a fun read. I hope you all check it out. I hope Mr. checks it out. And thank you once again for letting me be on here and talk about it. It's great. It's a great show.
Glad you spent the time with us, Draco. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on Twitter more.
All right. I'll define you. It's Critical Blast, right?
Yes.
All right. I'll follow you there then.
Everything is Critical Blast. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.com. I kept it simple.
Good.
You're a simple man. You want things simple.
I am very simple. I tell the story sometimes in Toastmasters about Balaam's donkey and how Balaam wasn't really how he was too shocked by the donkey talking to him to actually get the message. I said, talking donkey is going to shock anybody, with the exception of my wife, who gladly tells anybody that she spends more time with one talking jackass to be impressed by a second one. That kills them, I tell you. Oh, it's late. All right. Thanks for coming. Don, so glad you popped in and spent some time with us here. Always glad to have you on the stream. We will be back tomorrow night with Ryan A. Wynn, and we will be talking about his Indiegogo. Where is that here? I know how to show Amarella. I've got the board up here for it. And then on Friday, we will be having the director and cast from Black Pumpkin, a horror film, an indie horror film that we're getting a review up for. So you are at all interested in that kind of stuff.
That looks pretty cool.
we're expanding our horizons. We're not just comic books anymore.
I
right?
know. I saw you do like a Hallmark Hallmark show. I just watched a Hallmark movie yesterday with my wife. It was fun.
Yeah, well, it was a send-up.
I like to mock those. I like the Hallmark movies. I view the same way I view corny sci-fi horrors. You watch them so you can spend like 6 hours pausing them to mock everything they say and do.
Well, Rosetta, if you like that, then you'll like the one that we did the interview for, which is called Cup of Cheer. It's basically they did the Van Wilder American Pie send-up of the Hallmark movie in a spoof.
Oh, really?
Wow.
It's the whole, pale blonde girl gets sent to her hometown to write back about Christmas cheer for her newspaper, bumps into bumbling, white guy and has, slight romance with him, interrupted by X while they try to save town from Christmas failure. It's your basic Hallmark movie, but with, R-rated stuff in through it.
Hell yeah. I mean,
you're in. I figured you'd be in for that. All right.
I don't know why. I'm a good girl.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We're going to close the chat out now at 2:57:51. So appreciate you. We'll see you all tomorrow night.